Well, we don't know.
At the end of last at the end of last episode, 7 of the
7
frozen ice things began to
Holy
start moving.
shoot!
Oh yeah, we lit the middle.
apparently
We
I've
lit the
used-
brazier in the middle, didn't we?
4 spells.
D&D says I've used 4 out of 8 short rests. So
Oh, hit die. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I've used 4 short rests. Yeah, per short rest.
Sweet. Yeah. So yeah, go off.
Solid
D&D.
8 short rests.
All right. So all of your stuff should be updated, and Derek should be full health as well because you brought him back after the last fight as well.
Oh, yep, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, I can get rid of that. That can stay. All right, so we can go. Okay. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I am just waiting for some nachos to grill on the top. and
Nacho,
I'll
man.
run away in like a couple minutes for that.
Okay. Well, I will do the intro. So we pick up with the 4 of you plus Derek in the top of the tower.
Looks like in your old campaign.
The Tower of Evocation. You had previously managed to make your way through the Tower of Transmutation, and as well as the Tower of Enchantment, I believe. So, correct me if I'm wrong, you have 6 of the 8 steps so far?
I think that's right.
I believe you have 6 of the
my book here, I can find out.
six of the 8 steps, with 2 still to be discovered. And then you also found out that you were missing one of the last words of step 8.
Yeah, consume
Consume
something. Consume ...
Which you are yet to find out what it is.
To be consumed by the gelatinous cube.
But after Havoc was investigating these, what appeared to be frozen blocks of ice in these gaps in the walls, you saw that one of them had some what appeared to be a frozen skeleton inside of it. And as you lit the brazier in the middle of the room, you found that the ice was slowly beginning to melt, and that after 10 minutes of this brazier burning, the ice began to drain more and more, and what you assumed would be an empty block was actually a wiggly, wobbly cube of gelatinous substance. Roll initiative.
We didn't even roll.
Where we die.
I get to use my new dice.
Damn.
You
Well,
got
you got any
nice.
dice?
Let's see it.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you can see
Is that eyeball in
that
there?
eye,
Yeah, move.
and
Very-
it moves, and automatically is always looking up.
Very nice,
So I
clean
got a full,
edges
a
as
full
well.
set.
Yeah, I like it.
Clean edges.
So
Very sharp.
Did you get one of each die?
Yeah,
of that?
set.
full
Oh.
set.
7.
Yeah.
Yep. 7.
Yeah.
7.
Do you guys just want to place yourself around the room? Havoc, I am auto placing you up there because that's where. Actually, no. Sorry, it had been 10 minutes after they started to move, so you can place yourselves anywhere you want. around the room.
I'm somewhere by the fire.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
That's an 11 on the initiative from me.
11 for
I'm
you.
gonna go and grab my.
I would have been around it too, I think. I probably would have been behind Ayla. 6.
6 for Tonk.
Hang on. 7.
7.
7 for Tom.
Dirty 20 for Ayla.
Roll.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
I also got 11. I don't know
Nice.
what Havoc's dex is, but mine's +5.
I believe you would be higher. Yeah.
Yes. No. Yes, yours should
Can
be
you
higher.
take me higher?
Well, that's cool too.
It's the
That is
rudest.
cool.
It's the rudest dice
Yeah.
set from.
Oh, dope.
Okay, wait. Is anyone up to date with Campaign 3?
I am.
Okay,
It's so good.
I want to talk to you about it.
Is it
I have
actually good?
things to say.
Yeah.
Is it
The
worth
last-
getting
well-
into?
The last
Okay, so
6 or
the
7
last-
episodes are really good.
yeah, since they got to Ruidus,
Yeah.
real good.
Okay. Okay.
But also, I had to stop watching after the break of the last episode, Krug, because I haven't seen any of the
other?
Alexandria
Yeah.
Unlimited stuff.
Yeah.
So I have to go now back and rewatch to kind of find out.
Oh, they're bringing in some Exandria Unlimited stuff.
Yes.
Which one? Like the first one, the original one, or the second one? Because I've watched them
You
both.
have to wait to find out.
No, come on,
You
just
have to
tell
catch
me.
up. No,
Just
it's
tell
so they
I've got
brought
so
in
many episodes to catch up. on.
Abrea is.
Oh, right, yeah.
DMing, and
Yeah.
then it's basically all of the Kaimal
The
characters.
Kaimal characters. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They called in
So,
the airship, did they? Their own airship, the balcony.
I stopped watching, so I don't actually know what happened at the
Mm.
latter half of the episode.
It's
I
so
stopped,
funny.
but yeah.
That when they, the way they escape out of Carmel is hysterical.
So Ben, you haven't even you haven't watched any of the
Part one.
lead up of
Nope.
EXU at all. You haven't watched any of the.
Well, the EXU stuff is only like
With
I
their-
think the
So
it's only 8 episodes.
11. It's 11 episodes.
11
I've
total.
watched half of the first one, so I know the characters. Although I
Yeah.
don't understand who, like when. Anyway, but yeah. So I still need to watch those 11 episodes, then the 2 episodes of Kaimal before I can watch the next episode to really sort of get a full understanding. But
Amy, what's her face is in there is so
and
frustrating.
then Amy Carrero.
Oh man,
Um,
she made it so hard to watch. She was better in Kaimal, but she was so bad in the first one.
also, I just realized I need to do this.
I agree, but I also think it was kind of refreshing to have
Oh, don't make him cute.
someone on the table that just didn't know what they were doing. It threw everybody else.
But there's not knowing what you're doing, and then there's like railroading.
Yeah.
Why do they have
and
anime
not
faces?
knowing when to stop talking.
Trying to force the
Or
issue.
manga ice cubes.
Yeah,
To get what she wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gelatinous
Which
Cuba.
Abrea was way too nice to and kind of let her get away with it.
Why are they Japanese?
I don't know. They got little fucking anime faces. Like,
I'm just naming them because this is going to start to get complicated.
What are you naming them?
I'm not a
Ichi
Smith
Ni-san.
senpai
A, B, C, D, E.
Oh,
Ichi Ni-san.
I'm gonna need original names for all of them, please.
This is Blob. My dad's name's Blurg.
Alright, cool.
That's Mr. Blob.
Mr. Blob.
They call me Mr. Pig.
Top of the initiative order, Ayla.
Yeah.
Actually, before we do that, I'll get Havoc to roll an Arcana check. Arcana?
Where we all
I'll say
die.
actually, Havoc can roll an Arcana check. Kira can roll a Nature check. Tonk can roll a Religion check, and Ayla can roll a. I don't know what Ayla is particularly good at.
Sleight of hand.
I'm
Ella
not.
can shove her hand in the
I'll go with a perception check. A perception.
All right,
check.
that's fine.
Kira's not
25.
that good at nature because it's intelligence.
25. Okay.
11 on
11.
religion.
11 as well.
14 nature.
Havoc, while you have never seen one before, you are aware of what a gelatinous cube is. So something that you are something that kind of stands out to you in their background is that they're once again, while they're not a construct, they are sometimes almost employed as servants, whether that be to guard something, to protect something. They are sometimes, I suppose, brought in to be just like an ever living creature that is there, sort of thing. The other thing that sort of you remember about them is their sort of feeding method, where it will tend to try and engulf you to consume, and you know that once that starts to happen, it is a pretty quick process for a creature to, I suppose, not survive. But off the top of the rank, Ayla, what would you like to do?
It's incredibly scary.
None of them have moved out from where they are right now, right? Like, there's not one that's advanced out.
It's almost as if they've started to come to life and have you've noticed after the ice has started to melt that their form is when it really starts to take place. So imagine a piece of jelly was frozen and slowly started to frost. You'd almost start to see that hard block of ice still kept its shape and form, but became wibbly wobbly. But no, none of them have started to move.
Stop being so scientific. I don't understand your words.
Yeah,
I'm
wibbly
so
wobbly.
scared
Found it in
right now.
Found it in the
I'm
dictionary.
gonna move to here, and then I'm going to cast my echo like here,
Sure.
and then I'll make my 2 attacks on that one there from my echo's position.
Go
Wait,
for it.
how far did I move? 20 feet. Nope. I'm guessing maybe not. Don't remember my numbers. 15 to hit. First attack.
15 hits.
Okay.
Mm.
And that is 10 damage.
Very
And
good.
then a 16 to hit is
Hits.
11 damage.
Nice.
Does I guess it's not for me, so I won't ask that now. Back up. I'm gonna take 2 steps back again. And that'll be my turn.
After Ayla, Havoc.
Oh,
Kira?
that's a worry.
Oh, sorry, Kira. Sorry, Kira
Yeah,
first.
okay.
Higher decks. Higher decks.
We rolled the same.
Well, we both got 11.
Yeah, none of us really rolled very well with say Bayala. I'm going to run around. So the staircase
Goes down.
one's descending. Yeah. I'm going to run around the side of the staircase. I'm going to, with my bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark on the one just south of Kira. I've got I have sharpshooter now, don't I? Kira has.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got sharp.
If you have it, then you have it. Yeah.
We've discussed
I've
this.
been taking negs, haven't I?
Yeah.
Why does it feel like it's been forever? Yeah, I'm going to take my 2 shots at that cube.
Sure.
It seemed like they have a pretty lowish AC, so I'm going to take the neg both times.
Yeah.
In mine, we're both piercing damage. I don't know if that matters in this case, but
Thank you.
And I'm using my moon bow
Sure.
for magical damage.
Oh,
Oh fuck. 12.
12 hits.
Nice.
Oh my god! All right, I'm gonna take the
Let's
neg again.
go.
Natural 20. Sick.
Oh, nice.
Definitely hits.
Dang.
Okay.
so
so-
W Radiant and W Hunter's Mark. Actually, sorry, Hunter's Mark would only apply on the first one.
Oh,
not
Radiant,
on the-
right. I stopped. Hunter's Mark just on one, but do I double
Yes.
that?
No. So Hunter's Mark will only go on the first one, which wasn't a crit. The second one was a crit.
Oh, totally.
But you don't get your Hunter's Mark damage on that one. But Moonbow you get for both, so just double it on your second one.
Okay, I'll roll them separately because this is going to confuse me. So 1d6, d6 for Hunter's Mark and the Radiant. Do you want me to break up the damage or you don't care?
No, all good.
Yeah, cool. And with the fucking sharpshooter. 16, 17, 18, 19, 25 on the first one.
Nice.
And then would I double my Radiant for crit?
Yep, W Radiant. So all
Double
dice.
Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Is Hunter's Mark just the one attack, or is it both?
I thought it
Pretty
was
sure it's just the one.
No, it's
Maybe
every-
for-
every-
Oh, it is
every-
every.
I was
There you go.
I was just reading that.
Yeah, it's
There you go.
not
all weapon attacks.
Am I
it's
thinking
not-
of
yeah.
sneak attack? Am I
Sneak
thinking
You're
of
attack.
thinking of sneak attack, or you're thinking D&D 1, which limits it to once per turn.
Okay. So
Hunter's Mark?
Yeah, it nerfs Hunter's Mark into the ground.
Maybe that's what I was remembering, but yeah, I think I may have been thinking of sneak attack.
Probably. Sneak attacks once per turn.
Okie dokie. 16.
Mm.
32, 37, 39, 42.
So 42 plus 25,
Yeah.
67 points of damage.
Holy moly!
I guess.
Far out. Just burned a
So
hole
that-
straight through it.
Certainly did. So, yeah, there's basically a kind of searing hole through the middle of this cube, but it doesn't look like fire. It looks like a bright light, similar to what Tolk's Sacred Flame leaves behind.
Ooh.
Oh, I just closed roll 20. You fucker! Damn it!
Oh no.
I went to click on a tab.
Yeah, with doubling
anything
dice and
goes.
sharpshooter.
Need more screens.
That was big.
True.
No. What?
Now, what are you doing, Dale? Taking selfies of himself.
I'm trying to explain what I'm doing right now to someone that doesn't know what D&D is.
Well,
And I'm like,
stuff him. We're playing D&D.
Okay, finishing your go. Havoc, you're up.
Your turn.
Alrighty.
Get it in there.
Get
Get it in there. Get it in there. Righto. Mom, go
My turn to talk. Sick.
Just enacting what Havoc was doing at the time. It's
You
just like,
weirdo.
all right, how far away am I from stuff? Too far. That'll do. Havoc is going to start his blade song.
Mhm.
Actually, am I, or do I just cast some spells? Because I don't know if I actually want to get close to these things. Knowing that the engulfing is a thing, I think I'm actually going to keep my distance.
Sure.
I'm going to pull out my light crossbow, sorry.
Mhm.
And I'm going to take a shot at the one that we're loading into, which I think is this one.
Two of them, yeah. So the one next to Ayla's Echo and the one straight below Kira.
This one here.
It has
No,
hunt-
that one's
yeah.
dead. Is that one? That one's marked, isn't it?
Yeah.
That one has Hunter's Mark on it. Yeah.
I'm
Was
going to
there one that
focus
was
on
dead?
that one.
Or did we
No,
not
no.
kill one, didn't we? Oh,
Nope.
okay.
I'm going to start things off
Dear.
I'm just going to start things off with a light crossbow shot.
Sure.
That's a. I'm using something that I'm not used to using, and I'm trying to work out. 26 to hit. Yeah,
Definitely hits.
I don't know why I'm bothering to look. That'll be 5 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
It's dead.
and
I'm kidding.
then a fire blast, which will also firebolt. Sorry, which will also hit with a 22,
That hits.
and that'll be 17 points of damage.
Yeah.
As you shoot your arrow, it lodges into the gooey substance of this creature, and then followed up with a firebolt. The bolt hits the end of your crossbow bolt and engulfs it and carries it forth into the center of the cube. And slowly, you see the middle of the gelatinous cube start to alight, and it splatters against all of the walls.
Ooh.
Do I feel like the fire did more to it than I would have expected?
No, that was just flavor.
Oh,
So
I
yes,
like
Flavor.
flavor.
Kayla feels like fire does more.
much as I know gelatinous cubes, I've
Yeah.
never actually used one in a game or actually fought one.
Would you like to move or stay where you are?
I think I just stay where I am. I'm
Sure.
not even going to use a bonus action. I might regret that, but
It will now be the cubes go. The cubes start to move a little bit more, and you see each of them move slightly towards you. And then as this one gets to
Oh god.
to you, to Ayla's Echo, it moves on top of Ayla's Echo, looking like you see the front of the almost flat faced cube sort of split a little bit and then start to move around the Echo. And it will. I need the Echo to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
15.
15. As your Echo sort of moves, it still gets caught in the actual cube, but is not engulfed by it, but does take some acid damage in the process.
Mm.
And then moves its last bit, and then they all finish their go, moving slightly.
They're making the slime noise from Minecraft, right?
100%.
Oh, yeah, good one. Well, don't like that.
I'm gonna need you to
That
do
finishes
that
their go.
every single time.
Don't like
Yes, every time. Tonk, what would you like to do?
Tonk is going to move over to here. Here? Yeah, here. And cast at 4th level Spirit Guardians.
I already have it up.
Thank
You
you.
knew it was gonna
I
happen.
knew you were going
huh?
to cast it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So when it
so
starts
that-
its turn, right?
When they start the turn or when they enter. And then I'm gonna punch him with a sacred flame. So dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
How dexterous are these
We
things?
will soon find out.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Gender fluid.
I think that's how that works. Yeah. 13.
Fail. 10 points of radiant damage to the one that's closest to me. Was the one I was attacking.
Yep. The one that Ayla's Echo had been attacking.
The
right?
one that, the one that swallowed Ayla's Echo.
Sure.
Radiant damage.
Yeah, it is radiant. Cool. Anything else from yourself,
No.
Ayla?
You gonna stay there?
I'll move here.
Mm.
And I want to summon with my bonus action. I want to summon my Echo there. I don't know. I don't. Ale hasn't realized if I haven't realized whether or not it is doing anything to keep like as far as their economy, as their action economy goes, have somebody in front of there. So
Jesus.
I'm gonna use my Echo as like a shield against that one there. Actually, I'm gonna put it between me and
We thought we were nervous about this.
and then I'll make.
I've been here since like 7.
I'm gonna
AM.
make 2 attacks on this dude.
Go for it.
Ooh yeah, natural 18 for the one. I get to reroll into another one, so that is 6 damage.
Which one's this against? Sorry.
It's against the one I've been hitting.
Okay. That was 7 damage.
6 damage.
6 damage.
And a natural 17 for the one. I get to reroll into 2, so 7 damage.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna back up again. So I used I went 5. That's like 15. I'm gonna move back here again.
Sure. Kira.
I'll bonus action move my hunter's mark to the one people have been hitting.
Yep.
On the bottom left.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. I'll take my shots from where I am, my 2 moonbow shots, and take the neg again because it seems to be working. Ooh, that is 11 to hit.
11 hits.
Oh my god, these things.
I don't think you understand. They
I
have
know,
no
but-
armor, and they are a large creature. They are a big block. It is a huge shooting target. That's just.
Close your eyes
the
and
only way-
swing.
The only way I miss is to roll a nat 1.
Correct.
Because I just rolled a 5 with a -5 because of my sharpshooter.
They have an AC of 6.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You can't miss unless you roll a 1.
Oh, okay.
I don't think any of you can
Uh,
actually miss unless you roll a 1.
I can.
Not with my weapons. I can't.
I believe in Jamie.
I can. I have a -1 to my
Nat 17. Okay, they both hit.
my staff is a -1.
So wait, we agreed Hunter's Mark is on every attack, right?
It shouldn't be -1
Yes.
to hit though. You'd be proficient with it, so it'd be like
Hit. Da,
What,
Duh.
+2?
da,
+3.
da.
Yes, Hunter's Mark on every hit, so yeah,
-1 strength.
Cool.
an extra d6 on both
That'd be-
attacks.
Yeah, but our
6,
proficiency is
7, 8,
+4.
9, 10, 11,
Isn't it?
12,
No, our
13,
proficiency is only +3.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
It's not adding that to it. Why is it not adding it to it?
You must be
19,
proficient with staffs.
29, 39,
Cleric is though, right?
39.
Simple weapons, quarterstaffs, maybe.
Is it more
51.
than 40? Okay, yes, that's more than enough. So as you turn towards the one that Ayala had been attacking, you knock 2 arrows, or you make the motion to knock 2 arrows into your moonbow and release them both at the same time, and both fly directly into the cube, and again sear a hole through these two holes through this gelatinous cube, and it starts then to sort of vibrate and then just not disintegrate, but like melt into a puddle.
Cool. Yummy. And I'm gonna run around next to Derek.
Sure.
and that'll end my turn.
No problem. Havoc.
Cool. Havoc is going to just shift down to here and make 2 attacks on this one.
Go for it.
First one, I mean AC is 6, you said, so hits. And then the second one's a nat 20. And that's
That's on the
Nice.
firebolt?
Yeah.
So you did crossbow shot, firebolt again?
Yeah, same as before.
Yep. I imagine Havoc's firebolt crossbow shot is like a cop with the thing where he's like holding the crossbow and then like shoots the firebolt sort of thing.
Yeah,
with the
like
other hand.
flashlight, like the.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I'm sort of imagining. Although you said it's a light crossbow, not a hand crossbow, right?
Yeah, I always imagined it was like he fired the crossbow and then aimed down sights and like had the firebolt come out from the end of the crossbow. So he's
Okay.
like aiming it at them the same way.
Dope.
That was a poor decision to do with my arm.
Tactical rabbit.
I was demonstrating and I heard it more.
Tactical
Yeah.
rabbit.
That is. What's my dex? Yeah, I did max it. Cool. 9 points of damage with the crossbow.
Mhm.
And 9, 18, 25 points of damage with the firebolt.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
34.
Do you have 20 decks?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh,
he
we
actually
should have
has
done
more decks than
rollies.
you.
Well, I've
doesn't
got a
matter.
higher. I have a higher initiative modifier if that matters as well.
Yeah, but that's because of feet.
For my
Okay.
race.
Yeah, sorry.
Bloody
Okay,
racist.
any movement for you, Havoc, or just saying where you are? He's texting.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you were.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I'll stay there. That looks like a good spot. I can jump down the stairs if I need to.
That'll be less obvious, or throw the phone away.
All right, so it will now be the cubes go again. The 2 cubes on this side will begin to slowly move forward.
I love that you're moving them forward that way.
Well,
I don't know if you're doing that on purpose. That's just exactly
I only
how
have to move them that far, so it seems to make kind of sense. So I'll make
my
a dex
God.
save for that one in a sec. 2.
Oh,
Three.
dear Guardians.
The wisdom.
All right, cool. And then this one will actually move
I don't see
into.
the border for Guardian.
I can see it. I don't know if I can make that so it's visible.
I
to
can see it
everyone.
too. That's interesting that you can't see it.
See, save. Can everyone see that now?
I can
Yes.
now, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so this one will move into the radius as well, but it also move into the space. I won't make you roll a dex saving throw. It's going to take minimum half damage anyway, so it will disappear again, and then we'll finish its last
Red.
2 spots of movement to get to there. So
Does
I'll
it
make
get
dex
2 spots because Spirit Guardians is difficult terrain, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, you're right. So it would probably, and that one only moved 1, so that would be able to get there. So yes, it would
Spirit
only get
Guardians
to
that's
there.
difficult terrain? Is that Spirit Guardians? Or am I
Yeah.
thinking of Spirit
Yeah,
Shroud?
no, it does. Yeah. So they
is.
they
Halve the movement.
half the movement. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
okay.
find
Trying to think, is
a
it-
second double
They're
confirm.
I'm just trying to think. I'm
They're
just not sure because I
currently-
know
yes.
that Spirit Shroud does it.
An effective creature's speed is
So they have
halved in the area.
15. They got 15 feet,
Yeah, so they're moving.
so they
they're
can move
moving,
1 block.
yeah,
They move one block.
turn.
One block
One
when
and
they're
a-
inside it.
Luckily, this one did move 1 block just straight down. But this one also, technically he was. Where was he? There. So he moved 1 to get in, and then you can't halve another movement from that. But yeah, he'll get to there. So the one above you, Tonk. 15 on the first one. Misses, and then the second one, natural 1.
What is it doing to me right now? It's like trying to it's like
No, that they were the deck saves. They were the 2
Oh,
deck
they were-
saves.
they would deck
Guardian.
save. Sorry. What did you say again? 15.
15
Yeah,
or more.
15 and then
Yeah,
natural 1.
both failed.
Dex or
Yeah.
Wisdom?
It is wisdom actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's wisdom.
Not,
If
not
that
dex.
makes a difference.
Um,
Yeah.
If they're both going to fail, just make sure. But
No, well, actually, then the first one is a 17. The other one is still a
So,
natural one.
so succeeds, and then So
Yeah.
the first one takes half damage. Second one takes full damage. Big rolls. 10. What is that? 13. 23 points damage.
On the full damage
So-
one,
Yeah, and then the other one takes half that.
11.
11.
And then the other one is 3. Cool. All right. So sweet. So after they enter the aura and start to slowly cinder away at the edges of their gelatinous form, the one above you, Tonk, will. You see part of the corner of the gelatinous cube almost whip around and try to smack you with part of its pseudopod form
Okay.
with a natural
Excellent.
20 to hit.
Oh, man. All right, righto.
I'm assuming cancelling.
Yes.
All right.
Take it.
Of course.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Oof,
Puss.
you take 15 points of acid damage
Oh.
as
15.
this pseudopods slaps you. You throw your shield up, but the form and the substance that this
Splashback.
gelatinous cube leaves over sort of covers and falls over the top of the shield and starts to leak onto you as this acid starts to
Oh,
slowly
don't say
eat
leak.
away at your skin.
Oh, he leaked on me.
That will finish their goes. Ayla.
Concentration.
Oh,
check.
sorry, Tonk.
Or-
Oh,
sorry,
concentration. Yeah. Concentration 18. Yes, that's fine.
Leaked on me.
Remind me
He
to say
leaked
leak
on
more
me.
often.
Yeah, that was no, it's just in that situation.
I'm moist.
Who just pissed on me? I am going to. How close is the other one to me?
5 foot away, sort of. I mean, yeah, well, he's 10 foot away, but he's
occupying that square though. That's closer.
yeah. They take up a 2x2 square.
So, range. So, if I was to use a 5-foot radius spell, would it get him?
It wouldn't hit. It wouldn't hit him. No,
It wouldn't hit him.
no.
So I can't get them both in the same one. Okay.
all the squares around you.
Yeah, I either move away one and take a hit, or
Mm.
yeah.
No matter what, you would be able to get both of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what we get. Yeah, that's what I'm sort of saying. Yeah. That's fine. I'm going to Sacred Flame the one right in front of me.
Sure. Dex or wisdom?
That's a
It's
dex.
right?
That's Dex. Yep.
Natural 1.
Okay.
How fit?
So
Wow.
he takes 17 points of radiant damage,
Nice.
and then
Damn.
I'm going to cast at second level spiritual weapon next to the one below me.
17. 17?
17. I
Damn.
rolled a 8 and a 4 plus 5.
Oh, that's right. You get your wisdom modifier on it.
I do.
So good.
You should be able to move that.
Thank you. And that's going to be a 23 to hit.
Well, we know what the AC is.
Yeah, we know that hits. And that's 8 points of force damage on the bottom one.
Cool.
And that will be my turn. I'm just going to stay there, I think.
Ayala.
Oh.
I'll just make my 2 attacks on the cube that the spiritual weapon is next to. Yeah.
Also, so yeah, what I'm saying is probably where because that Kira, where you are, it's kind of like a half square. Because technically, that wall where you're standing on top of is it's the top of the like spiral staircase, right? Sorry, not
okay.
the top of. So it's sort of like a 10-foot, like up level before the stair continues upwards. I let Havoc move on to that side from where he was because he has the stupid jump stuff. So
I should be
if
here?
you no, you can be where you are. What I'm imagining it is that you're sort of hugging the side of the wall.
Okay. Yeah.
But you're not
Keep that in
actually
mind.
on the only
You're
person
not
on the
up.
top level
Yeah.
of near the brazier is Havoc.
Okay.
So
Cool.
same for you, Ayla. If you wanted to move up to where Havoc is, you would have to
Go
up
around
the stairs. Yeah, up the stairs. Yeah.
Or
So that's all. That's a
or I
platform. I
could,
didn't pick.
I could fall.
Is this here like a wall I can see over, or is this solid? This would be solid this side. I can see off this side, but not this side, or is this
Correct.
open?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, because the stair follows up further from where you are.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a
Or
half
is-
platform.
Is it like
Yeah,
is
like
this
a-
bit open, but this bit closes
Oh,
on this
God.
side?
So many pings.
Yes. Yeah, because this bit leads
Right.
the bottom staircase leads downward, so that's just a flat sort of drop off
Oh,
to
right,
the
right, right.
stairs.
That to drop off, yeah. But this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
up. This comes up to me.
Correct.
Oh, and then there's a staircase going up above this. Yeah, yeah. Beep, 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 beep. I understand.
Cool. All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Grub.
Yeah, I'll make 2 attacks on this one down there.
Go for it.
On to Bartholomew.
Well, this is the top floor, isn't it? Sorry.
It is. Yeah, so those stairs
yeah.
just lead up to that platform where the brazier's
Up
at.
to that, yeah. So I've just got like a little balcony that I'm shooting at things from.
15 damage. Ooh,
On the first one.
yeah, and a natural 1. So
Ooh,
Oh, I thought
The only way to
we-
miss.
that one misses.
there's-
And just because, I want to. Ooh,
I got so angry then I put a twitch in my forehead.
I'm gonna move
I closed
here,
roll 20 again.
and I'm going to
Too
summon
close.
my echo behind it. That'll be my turn. Should have did that before.
All right, so it was 15 damage to the one below.
Correct.
Okay,
To the one I've named Bartholomew.
fair enough. And then you summon your echo behind that one.
Yeah.
Yep, easy. Havoc.
Nope.
Havoc is going to.
Nope.
I'm gonna leave it open for
Kira.
someone.
Nope.
to
Oh, yeah.
get advantage if they want to.
I mean,
shoot.
technically, you guys should have had rollies, but so it could be Havoc or Kira
Right.
because you both have the same decks. But
That's
Maybe
something
like that.
that I find super interesting. I want to play Daggerheart because like we can just scheme within our player's turn.
yeah, there's
So we
there's
all
no
get
rounds.
to go
Mm.
whenever we want, and I think that makes it way more interesting to fight. You can kind of like pair things together. It's really cool.
I agree.
If I
Yeah,
run up the stairs from here,
Mhm.
am I going to evoke attack of opportunity?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, Kira's going to run up the stairs. Be on the ledge here. I'll bonus action move my
Hunters
hunter's
again.
mark to this one.
Mhm.
And I'll go ahead and take my 2 shots with the neck. Rinse and repeat.
I will say that one is looking very slow moving at the moment.
Okay. Well, I rolled not in that one, so I hit it.
Mhm.
Should I roll my damage before I?
It has 4 hit points.
Okay, it's definitely dead. Damn it! I can't move my fucking.
I did
Can't
try
move
and tell
again,
you
but-
beforehand.
Yeah, it's all right. It's. I'll take my other shot at the one surrounded by Ayelas and Montong.
Everyone.
Sure, go for it.
That's a hit because it's not a net one.
Mhm.
And it's just a normal roll. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 22.
2. Very good.
Dang.
Staying where you are, it would
Sharp,
then be
just milking sharpshooter. Yeah.
Havoc's go.
Havoc is going to attack the one that the friends are standing near.
Go for it.
Start with a crossbow and then same again. Basically, just rinse and repeat. 6 points of damage with the crossbow.
Mhm.
Sorry, I rolled a natural 19 and natural 13 on the attack. I figure at this point to hit is formality.
Basically, just tell me if you roll a natural one, and then that's it.
11
natural
points
20.
of fire damage.
11 points of fire damage. Perfect. Staying where you are.
I'll walk up to here.
Sure.
That's it.
It would then be the cubes go. The cubes will move again. 1, 2, 3. This one will also move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I will do his save in a sec. Actually, I'll do the 2 saves now. So the one that just moved into the zone, natural 4, and then natural 20 on the other one.
Succeed. So 17 points to the one that failed,
Mhm.
and 8 points to the one that succeeded.
You said 17, right?
17.
So yeah, 17, and then 8 to the other.
Yeah.
And then this one is actually going to use all of its movement to move the 1 square over both of you.
No.
And I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Ooh, that's not bad. 19.
Ayla?
A natural 1.
Oh no!
He told you to tell him when you rolled a natural one.
Okay.
Back to back.
As this cube moves towards you, you see it split in half almost as it starts to separate and surround both of you and starts to slowly consume and engulf you. Tonk, you manage to see this coming, put your shield up to one side and sort of try and brunt the force, but this cube is quite strong and actually pushes you back 5 feet. And you slowly move, are pushed out of the way.
I'm gonna
Go ahead,
make an attack of opportunity on this one here. As it moved away from my
yeah.
space.
Sure.
Yeah, so that'll be 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So as the cube starts to move towards you and start to engulf you, your echo, out of kind of reaction, swings the spear, and as it's split, it is split enough that you don't have to go through the full cube and actually just have to go up through the remaining part that is holding it together. And as you swing your spear upwards, the 2 parts of the gelatinous cube split apart and fall on either
Oh,
side,
so close.
doing enough damage to kill it.
Oh my god.
Far out.
So would have Tonk be
Tonk would have not
pushed?
taken the damage, and probably I'm still gonna do it as he gets pushed.
That's fine.
Because I think
It makes sense because it moved away like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will finish that one's go. The one that still is in range will make just a touch attack against you, Ayla,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think will hit with a 11.
No.
No.
AC 16.
But that will finish the cube's go again.
I'm less scared now.
No, sorry, Tonk, you're up.
I'm going to move there.
Sure.
Because
they entered it. Because you
Slow
entered,
them
they have
down.
to make a save now, or is it on their turn? I guess too.
it's when they.
I don't think you can proc it by moving. I think it's
No.
beginning of their
enter.
if
It's
they,
beginning of their turn.
or if they start their
Okay.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
They enter or they start their turn.
And then I'm going to Eos Sacred Flame, the one closest to me. So Dex,
Sure.
Dex save the one closest to me.
Natural 1.
Cool.
I'm rolling lots
that
of ones
is
and 20s.
16 points of radiant damage.
This is the one below to your right.
Correct.
Yep.
And I'm going to move. I'm going to move the spiritual weapon to there. I think I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Attack that too. It's not a natural 1. 8. That's 13 points of damage. Max damage on spiritual weapon.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
I don't like being so close to this chungus.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit here, and I'm gonna move 5, 10, yeah.
He will take his attack of opportunity and lash out with a corner of his gelatinous form with a 17 to hit.
Yes, that does hit.
You will take. I rolled pretty low. 9 points of acid damage.
And I will use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke on that one. So it's a dex
Go
save.
for it. Dex save.
Reaction to a reaction.
-2.
Yeah, so that is 3d10.
Oh.
Oh. Not great. Okay. 16 points of damage.
Above average.
Yeah, I rolled a 1, a 7, and a 8. Was that? Yeah. No. Yeah. 7. And then from my position, I would like to make 2 attacks on this bloke here. Yep.
Okay.
12, that is 11 damage. Yep. That's a natural 5, but still hits. That's a 2, I get to reroll. For max damage of 13.
So what was it? 11 and 13.
Correct. Yep.
24.
Yeah.
And then my
And it
echo.
does.
And I'm gonna have my echo. Yeah, let's go here. Standing, wading in a pool of, what was it? Wet. Piss?
Yeah, like
Moist.
weird. Have you ever seen? Have you
Leak.
ever seen the?
Leaky.
Have you ever seen what do they call it? It's like solid water or something like that.
yeah.
No, like the
Like dry ice
it's-
sort of thing.
no. It's literal water, but it's like a jelly form. And when people drink it, it's like eating like jelly.
I have.
So it's like that.
It's
Anyway.
like a sport drink thing, isn't it?
Oh, it's like a thickener sort of like.
Yeah, thick.
Yeah.
I think they call it thick water. I think they actually call it
thick-
thick
thick
water.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
Um,
It's gross.
Yeah.
It's like that.
They have that in like hospitals and aged care for people that have difficulty swallowing.
Yeah.
Thickened
Not to
water.
be confused with heavy water.
No, that's different.
uh,
wanna
It's
be
like in a
drinking
fucking
that.
like a jelly, like a fruit cup almost, but it's just water.
Kieran.
Oof. Do you think these things can be knocked prone?
You can try.
I love that you said that while you're like stroking your nipples.
like,
I mean,
it like just topples. And
Can these things be knocked prone?
so that was
like
him.
it like
that was him acting out Derek.
it like topples, and then the face just goes like gross. It even has a face. No, fuck it. If I attack this one, is it at disadvantage? Am I too close? Or I'm
No.
not. Or if
No.
someone's close to me, I'm threatened.
Yeah, within 5 feet of you.
Yeah. I'll use my bonus action to move my.
Yes, you used a
101.
Baldur's Gate reference too.
I heard
Friend.
it too. I heard it too.
On the one to your left.
Yeah.
I love it. I think the terminology is actually fantastic.
It's good,
and
yeah.
threatened is a great condition.
I looked up and saw Dale smiling, and I knew that that's what he was smiling at.
You're 100% right. I was just being like, Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
That hits 11, and the next one, natural 20.
Oh my goodness! How many nat 20s have we had in this fight?
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Oh god. Okay, so first attack.
You can probably roll these all together. 3d6 for Hunter's
Yeah,
Mark.
no. First attack is in like putting it in my hand,
Oh, right.
and then second attack is just. Oh my god! It's 60. Yeah.
It's
Are you rolling d4s? Is it d6s or d4s for your Moonbow for the Radiant?
Radiant D4s.
Yeah, d4s.
D6 for hunters.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It should only
5,
be 3d6 for
10.
your Hunter's Mark.
Why?
2 for the second attack, 1 for the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got a D6 for my attack roll, so it ends up being 66 that I'm rolling.
Yeah, 66. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Back to it. 5, 10, 16, 20,
Oh.
26, 28, 31, 33, 37, 47, 57, 69.
Again, Kira really starting to feel it. Is loosing 2 arrows at a time and just peppering
69.
these gelatinous cubes with these radiant spectral arrows and leaving just it's almost cauterizing the material of whatever these gelatinous cubes are made of, leaving holes in them and letting them sort of just melt and eventually like form into liquid as that one drops.
I should get extra experience from this fight.
Havoc, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna shoot this one, I guess.
Go for it.
Natural 20s, the sharpshooter are amazing.
Well, you don't. I mean.
I know, I don't double it. It's just off the bat with 2 hits is 32 damage without even rolling.
Yeah, guess what I just rolled.
A natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
a lot.
goodness!
There's a lot at the moment.
For a total, that's on my crossbow.
Save
for a total
some.
of 9 points of damage
Yeah.
and 15 fire damage.
Perfect. Staying where you
and
are.
I'll just stay there.
Easy. So I'll do both of their wisdom saves now.
Mhm.
First one, natural 20. Second one, natural 4. Holy. I was doing the closest one to you first.
Sure. 14. Total, like that's
14 total.
total. So 14 and 7.
The one closest you had 7 hit points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of course he does.
Oh my
Let's
god.
Let's go.
It's like just eroded it away.
And then it as the red kind of
Red ruby
mist
shards.
of daggers and it's ruby shards, that's right. It's slowly surrounding Tonk has been eating it away at this gelatinous cube. It eventually whittles it down to nothing but a mere speck, and eventually
Thickened water.
completely disappeared. But the other one can literally only move probably 1 square
There.
because he has 7 foot of movement with half of
Whoa.
So mean. So mean.
So yeah, he can literally move to there and will end his go. Yeah, Tonk.
And smack him with a. Let's hit him with a toll that. No. No, it's just Sacred Flame's been working. You use Sacred Flame again.
Sure.
Yeah. Deck save.
Just change the layering so he's on top.
I did.
Deck save.
Oh, sorry. Fail. 7.
10. 10 points damage. I'll move my spiritual weapon over to him. It's not a natural 1. It's a 9. It's not one of them. It's a 1. 6 points, I believe. The total. I'm checking. Yes, 6 points of force damage.
Sure. Any movement? Staying where you are?
It's gonna, you know what? I'm super condescending. I'm gonna move 1 square away.
I
and that's
mean,
it.
you've just killed 6 of them, so it's not
Yeah.
rare to say that you've sort of worked out their attack pattern.
Yeah.
Ayala.
I'll take 1 step forward. High five and talk on the way by, and I'll take 2 attacks on him. Yes. Natural 12 for.
He frozen.
Huh? I'm frozen?
Just
Oh, you
for a
were.
second. You're back.
Okay. So natural 12, and then that will be, I can't ever remember. Yeah. 12 damage as well.
On the first one?
On the first hit, yes.
Yep.
And a natural 5, but luckily we're fighting cubes for 8 damage on the second.
Staying where you are, moving.
Nah, I'm going to use my bonus action and I'll swap places with my act.
Very good.
Nice.
Just see
Kira.
flurries of snow as it swaps.
Bonus action. Shoot. I have to move closer for a bit of vantage point, but natural 16, natural 9. Oh, 10, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 29, 39, 45.
How do you want to do this?
I feel like once, like, everyone was like freaking out at the start, like, holy fuck, we're surrounded, and then it almost became not comical, but just the slow moving of everything. And like we started to kill things and people started to calm down a bit to the point where we're like, I get the feeling like we just started having conversations between like just
Like another day at work, like talking
Yeah.
around the water cooler.
Look out, he's coming!
I don't want to say I wasn't looking, but I was just like it like became almost monotonous. Just like, yeah, that's
Nice.
how I want to end it. Just like,
Easy.
cool. Now we can move on.
As
No
the,
disrespect.
as the final gelatinous cube is eventually melted away into a non-existent liquid. The adrenaline wearing off. The brazier itself slowly starts to whittle away as well. And you are left with an empty room with these alcoves now void of anything. What would you like to do?
The one alcove that didn't, like, that just had a frozen
This
block.
one, I think.
Is there anything? Like, is that still there, or is that has that melted away, or?
All of the ice has melted away.
Yeah.
And as Tonk, as you walk over to the alcove, which didn't have a tube kind of exiting from it, you see some draconic writing written
Ooh.
on the back of the alcove.
Hey, Ella. I've
Huh?
got some more stuff I can't understand over here.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look for some slime balls. I need a sticky piston. I'll go over.
I don't know what those words mean.
I'll go over and read the writing.
As you walk over, you see in draconic, fifth, quench the flame in thy palm with ice.
Mm. Fifth. It's so weird that we kind of skipped.
Again, I read that out loud as I read it,
Mhm.
so everybody know.
Sure.
Why do I picture you doing that like Dory in Finding Nemo?
It's
It's funny, it's spelled just like.
That's funny. Yeah, like, yeah, that would make sense.
Flame? Flame. It's funny. It's just like flame.
So having read one of your possible final steps, what would you like to do?
Well, one more
Good
to go,
job,
right?
guys. And gals.
We know where
then-
the next tower is, don't we?
I think we do.
Pretty sure we
spotted
do.
it.
We spotted it before we went in this one, didn't we?
What's the
All right. Well,
the process of elimination? Do
let's-
we know what magical school it would be?
We have one left.
we do.
It was
I just remembered as a
What?
player. She would not know. No clue.
The last
Isn't
school we have is. Hey, DM, what's the last school that we've done?
It's necromancy.
evocation.
It's necromancy.
I thought it was.
Is
I
I don't
believe
think it
it's
was necromancy.
No, I believe it is.
We haven't
I've
done
got
one yet.
abjuration, transmutation, conjuration, divination, illusion, enchantment, and then evocation.
Yeah, you didn't say necromancy. Just
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's
so
there's
last one's
8.
necromancy.
That's why I've got 7. Never mind. Yeah.
yeah. So I believe you found it. You did evocation and enchantment. No, sorry. No. No, yes, you did enchantment. That was the cursed
Mm.
crown. Yep.
Enchantment was the.
Yeah, you did enchantment and transmutation. No. Yes, you did transmutation as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Illusion was the one that fucked you guys up.
Yeah,
The trap.
dude. Yeah, the sound.
oh
Um,
yeah,
Sound
So
of
you
silence.
have all of them bar necromancy.
that was the one where Havoc was weird and then wasn't.
I would drag you guys back over.
What do you mean? I was fine.
Yeah, totally.
That's so
Right.
I was
Before
totally
the map
normal.
loads in, all you see is like little green and black boxes.
I saw that
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So are we in this one here?
No, you.
We're in the red one, aren't we?
Here.
Oh, the last one was the
Yeah,
obelisk
that
one.
one.
Yes.
Yes,
you're
this
in
is
that.
the last
You're in
one.
that one over there. Yes, I also thought you were on the one on the far side, but no, you're in the one that has the red light.
Whole thing.
Fucking- yeah, maybe you're saying something like it's the last one doesn't quite look like any of the other towers, but you see an obelisk. Black.
You
Oh,
can
you
change
changed
your
yourself to
co-
black.
You can change your color. I didn't realize.
What? Oh,
I
you
just-
can.
I've
No matter how
used
hard
this
try,
app.
no matter how hard you guys try, you can't be black. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I'm
Okay.
black.
I'm black too.
Oh no.
Yes, that
Or it's
you
black.
do. That was a similar kind of tower. although it looked different and there was no light at the top of the tower.
And from memory,
Okay.
there didn't look like there was an entrance. It was just an obelisk.
Correct.
Yeah.
And which one was the tower we went in that we need to figure out the last word in? Was it this one?
That would be the tower.
It was enchantment, the crown tower,
Tower
wasn't
of,
it?
no, yeah, transmutation. Which would be no, that one had the.
Oh, that's right. It
true-
was the
true-
beans,
true
and it just said
polymorph information.
consume. Yeah.
So this one?
No, I think it was this one here.
It was one with the orange light.
Oh, totally. Yeah, because we came from here
Correct.
to
Yeah.
here, and
Yeah.
here is when Havoc seemed different, and then he was
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
weirdly
Correct.
in here.
And then the last
Okay.
transmutation, but didn't. Yeah.
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 All right. I'm back. I'm hip. I'm with it.
Seems to be square.
What are you talking about? Completely normal.
Hip to be square. All right.
Off to the obelisk.
Sure. As the five of you move towards this obelisk, you see it's probably about 60 foot tall. It's a pretty tall kind of obelisk. And as you approach, Kira, you notice first that the surface of this spire is covered in arcane runes, which are projected from the ground. And you can see that there's actually a thin crack that has formed on one side of the obelisk, which stretches from the base to about the middle of the obelisk.
Hey, Havoc.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when I asked you to look at some like arcane runes near the gates in the district with the thingy? You know, when you totally lost your memory.
I think I remember
Like-
that part. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, do you recall me asking you to look at the runes first?
Just trying to.
It
think
doesn't matter.
It's a yeah, I'm pretty sure because I hadn't used the one then. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to use the wand this time, but there are some there are some arcane things. I'm not quite sure. Maybe
Yeah.
on the floor.
I'll
here.
have I'll just have a bit of a look and see what I can understand.
Sure,
I'd like
roll
to go
me
over
a-
and
Yeah,
Keeping my
roll me an
distance
Arcana check.
to like I'm like
22.
40 feet behind.
22. You see that the arcane symbols projected onto this obelisk are of the 8 schools of magic, though not in sort of any sort of order as the previous like arch gateway that you had seen prior. There is another symbol that you recognize that does not follow the 8 schools, and this one is for chronomancy.
Oh, I don't like that. I would like to go up and put my hand on the necromancy symbol and see if that does anything.
Sure. You walk up to the tower and you find a symbol for necromancy that is within your reach, and you place your hand on the tower, and nothing happens.
Say chronomancy.
Yeah, there's one more symbol that we haven't been to. That would suggest there's 9 steps though. I guess I'll give it a crack. Can I go and like put my hand on the chronomancy and see if I feel anything arcane on that?
Fuck is
Or
chronomancy.
anything?
Sure.
Activate.
Do you have a
Activate
passive
it.
do you have a passive investigation?
Yes. It is 16.
Okay. So as you walk over and find a chronomancy symbol that's within reach, you place your hand
I forgot to check for
upon
glyphs
the
warding.
symbol, and nothing happens. But as you sort of look kind of down, you do see what appears to be some sort of almost alcove port that something could be placed into. Something can be placed into it. And it has a couple of kind of rings around it. And almost looks like a keyhole, but not for a key. It's kind of about the size of a small dinner plate.
Have I noticed anything that I think would fit in that?
Roll another Arcana check.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. That's a 9.
Total.
Yeah. Natural
Best you
3.
Best you can tell. Something needs to be inserted into this port almost. But that's best you can kind of work out.
Are you
Hmm.
saying this to us, or are you just investigating?
Kind of just investigating. I think I'll at this point when I'm a little bit stumped, I'll look back and be like, so there's actually a 9th symbol of magic. For chronomancy, it's a newer form of magic. It's on the pillar. And then there's this hole here, which kind of looks like it might be a keyhole, maybe. But it'd be one hell of a big key. I mean, like I can fit my whole hand inside, and I do put my hand inside. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but I do it.
It's just an empty space.
Cool.
When he mentions chronomancy, do I recognize anything,
Yeah, do I?
especially in relationship to my echo?
Roll a Arcana check.
Can I do that as well?
Sure.
12.
4.
It's pretty. It sort of evades your kind of knowledge. Ayla, you maybe have heard of it in part of your training. Tonk, you have never heard of it before. But beyond that, and any of sort of like the details surrounding it, it really evades you.
At this time, I'm just kind of letting them try to figure it out. Like, I'll just kind of focus my attention. I'm kind of standing guard like 30-ish feet away, looking
Mhm.
back at the tower. Is there any activity, anything I can catch sight moving in the tower? Any changes from what we looked at it last time?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Ideal. Natural 20. Let's go.
Jesus.
I love it so much. Bro!
Nice. And
Yeah, you got it.
What the heck? It just went away.
Too much awesome.
You got too excited.
Yeah.
As you sort of take a step back and look at the tower from further away, you see that it doesn't really have any sort of windows or entrances for you to kind of look at or through. It truly is. Imagine the Washington Monument, just black and 60-foot tall. Like it has those couple of windows up the top, but you wouldn't be able to see them from down there. And they're non-existent on this obelisk. But what you do out of the court, for some reason, you decide that you will turn around and have a look the other way, and you see what appears to be a pile of rubble. But what drew your eye was a small green flame.
In a pile of rubble
in a pile of rubble
near us.
around this location.
Oh.
Where, sorry? I missed that.
It's like over here.
Oh, okay.
As I'm like kind of
Oh,
half my like I'm once in my lifetime I feel like I'm locked in and like paying attention to like the intricacies of something. I'll just kind of be like, has that always been there? And I'll be like I don't know how close anyone is, but in my mind I'm like maybe someone is, and I'm like reaching out, like trying not like I don't want to take my vision off of it in case I lose it, kind of thing. And I'm like, has that always been there?
What?
See
Look
that?
over and
That's
can I
not
see it as
just
well?
my imagination, is it? What is that?
Roll a perception check for those that would like to.
I'm too enamored in this thing, and I'm about to try something stupid if we don't do
7.
something else.
17.
The only one that does see it is Kira.
Shocker. I see Tonk struggling, and I kind of like squat next to him and like put my head next to his so I can kind of like point it out, like there, right? The green, no? Squeezing his head.
I don't see it. No, I don't see it.
Fucking. Is it something you'd like to investigate, Ayla?
I mean, I'm very curious about this place in general. I mean, as long as it furthers our goal, I'm for it. But Havoc, have you figured this out?
Well, I'm wondering if it's hollow. Like all the other things have been a tower. Does this thing look big enough like it could have a staircase inside of it?
It's not as kind of round, or it's not as wide as some of the other towers. The other towers themselves, they really only had that one entrance at the base, and then they seem to be quite thin on the outside. And thinking back on some of the other parts of the city that you've walked through and sort of investigated, I would say the building quality of some of these buildings is not kind of fantastic, and they do seem to be slightly brittle. I mean, you saw that part of one of the other towers had broken off and fallen into the observatory. You'd seen that other parts of these sort of kind of little coves or little towns, almost town sections of the city, are quite broken and ruined, and this obelisk looks solid in its feature, except for that one thin crack that runs through the center.
Hmm. Look, I've got an idea, but because I feel like we've got to get up the top somehow.
Okay.
Anyone want to come with me?
Sure.
I'm gonna put my hand on Tonk. I'm gonna cast Dimension Door, aiming for the top section because I don't have to be able to see where I'm going.
So here's the thing with the obelisk. It's not really a landing platform.
So this is the thing, right? If there's no spot for me to go, if it's solid, my spell fails.
It's solid. Does that mean
Okay.
your dimension door, you stay where you are?
So,
Or are you
I thought
transported?
it shoves us into the center of the
in a
obelisk.
place already occupied by a creature object, you and that creature traveling with you each take 4d6 force damage and the spell fails to teleport you. So I'll roll some damage for us, Tonk. We both take... Oh, why did I have to roll well? That is 17 points of damage.
Oh my goodness.
Spells never failed me before. I didn't know that.
Ow! What the hell was that?
As both of your bodies are rocked with an immense kind of almost pressure from all sides, Havoc, you are pretty sure that this is a solid obelisk.
Okay. Yeah, we're not trying to get to the top of this one. That's fine. I'm gonna wait here. I've got no other ideas. You go do you. I'm just gonna sit down, lean up against the obelisk, and take a short rest if I can.
Sure, no problem.
Sorry, Tonk. I thought it would work.
My whole body hurts.
Well, while they're resting, do you
Uh,
want to go investigate this flame as I address that to Kira? We don't have to do anything. I just want a closer look.
I
We can
I
wait
think
for
that
them as well.
no, the boys can rest. They don't seem to be making any smart decisions at the moment. I think we can handle this. We won't be too far away.
so the two of you are staying at the obelisk and beginning a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wasn't going to do a short rest. I want to try something in a sec.
Are you going to stay with Havoc though?
Yeah, I'm staying at the obelisk, yes, but just
Okay,
not
cool.
not short resting.
So Ayla and Kira, you start to head over to where you saw this green flicker of light. And indeed, it's not too far away. It probably only takes you a 15-minute, 10-minute walk over kind of behind the back of this main tower. And as you start to approach, you do indeed see large piles of rubble kind of scattered around almost this base of what looks like a tower. It looks like a fractured base, and it's protruding from the bottom of the ground like a broken tooth. What stands out more is the ground seems to be moving, and as you start to approach closer, you can see that the ground seems to be almost wriggling and writhing. And then you approach a little bit closer, and you get to about 40 feet from this sort of base of the tower, and you can see that the ground is teeming with these crawling grey hands. Upon
Crawling
inspection,
grey hands.
it looks like 200 of them, all working around the base of this tower. They look like they're moving the bricks, almost excavating and trying to clean this area brick by brick, and are excavating this broken tower.
Is it creating like a crater? Like, are they cleaning things out and moving them outward, like the bricks?
Not so much a crater, but more like this.
Oh no, he's got a map.
More like
They're-
exactly this.
They appear to be piling the rubble to clear and make
Okay.
way. I'm not putting 200 icons on the screen, so we're going to
movement,
use a
I'm
bit of
gonna need it.
imagination here.
Use your imagination in D&D. Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, I know, right? But this area around the tower and the surrounding area is certainly teeming with these cut off hands. I'm talking like from the wrist
Yeah,
and there.
Adam's
So
so it's
family.
like Adam's family. Yeah,
They're not like mage hands, so they're not like spectral. They look like
No, these are not spectral. They are.
gray, like
They look like
undead
they're.
hands.
Yes. If you would like to see kind of what you're looking at,
Kira calls out.
This is what they look like. You are not
"Ba-da-da-da."
Mm,
Oh,
okay. I posted
Yeah.
it in
Oh,
the-
that's
yeah. That's disgusting.
well. That looks like necromancy. I'm not
You
there.
hear-
Never mind. Brr, brr, brr. Necromancy. Brr, brr.
yuck.
That's horrifying.
200
200 of those.
200 of them slowly moving brick by brick parts of this tower into different piles, excavating the site.
Are they like they throw the bricks on top of themselves and then move? How are they?
No, it's more like a work like an assembly line.
Throwing them to each other.
Mm,
The fuck?
Have they got a rail gun going on, or just like
yeah, peasant Rogan. This makes me very uneasy.
They're singing as they work.
And then I'm like gonna
Hi-ho.
squint and kind of look toward the green
they say
flame.
many
Is
hands
there
make light
anything?
work?
Is there anything more interesting about where this flame is coming from, or is it just? Do I gather anything about what its purpose is? Is it to illuminate the area? Like, I mean, it seems like it's drawing attention there. I'm literally
It's interesting
the
as
moth
you
over
s-
here.
as you get closer, the green flame actually almost appears to disappear. You actually can't see it at the moment.
Hmm.
But I will get you to roll a perception check, trying to sort of look for it specifically.
Nope. That is a natural 2. Well, a natural 4 for a dirty 2.
A dirty 2. I thought you said 32 for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
32.
that would be me
Um,
rolling a D100 to
yeah.
get that.
No, unfortunately, you can't quite locate this green light that you had previously saw out the corner of your eye.
Where did the green flame go?
So with my roll before, did I also see the?
You
Flame
saw
from-
you saw it after it had sort of been pointed out by Ayala, but you also kind of can't see it unless you'd like to roll a perception check to look for it.
Because if we were like kind of focusing on it as we walked up and continued to focus on it,
Well, between kind of looking at all the rubble and then being distracted by all these clawing hands, your vision shifted, and
Yeah.
when sort of readjusting and looking for it is when you weren't able to find it.
Yeah, and I did
Plus-
say out loud, like after I looked, where did the green go?
17.
17. Can't find it after you
Hmm.
sort of looking. Are you hanging around that sort of 30, 40 foot away from these things?
Yeah, I don't want to get any closer. Not without everybody. I actually even be like creeping backwards. I don't like being around a bunch of undead hands.
And we didn't.
The
we didn't see this when
uncomfortability
we
projected from Tonk onto me about undead things is like a big tug of a big no.
I want to use something that I have never used and may never get to use. So
Yeah.
It's an ability. Is Derek's with us, surely?
Yeah, he would have followed you.
I want to cast Beast Sense.
Sure.
Use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears. Continue to do so until you use your action to return to your normal senses. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Ayala to kind of lock kind of arm in arm with me because I'm gonna be deaf, dumb, and blind. While I do this, so like nothing happens. And if wait, so if I'm because I can what's up, brother?
Okay.
continued until you use your action. Use your action to return to your normal senses. If I'm deafened and blinded,
Mhm.
can I, at any point, I can just cut?
Yeah.
Like turn it off, kind of a thing.
It's the same as a spell that you were concentrating on. You can it's literally a free action economy to
Drop.
end a spell or end just like drop a spell
Yeah.
basically. So yeah.
So I'm deafened and blinded, but
Mhm.
if Ayala was to like kind of shake my body, would I feel that?
Yeah, you can still feel. You just can't. It's the same as if
Yep.
you were like looking through your familiar or something like that.
Your consciousness is
It's
still
just
in your
it's
body.
your version through as a ranger or a
Yeah.
beastmaster ranger.
You
Okay.
can still feel, you can still smell, you can still taste.
Yeah, you just can't hear or see.
All right. Ayala, if anything happens, kiss me, and I'll. It's the only way to break the spell. Roll for deception. just tug on my arm, and I'll break the connection. But I'm gonna send Derek down, and see what he can see. Just because I agree, I don't want to kind of go down there. Just you and I. So yeah, I'll cast Beast Sense, and I'll tell Derek to inconspicuous just walk down there and look for anything of interest, any points of interest.
Sure. So you send Derek off to, I suppose, look over this site, and he makes his way over, and he gets kind of to the area where these crawling hands are working, and they pay no mind to him. They don't react in any sort of way. They continue doing their work that they were doing. Derek is able to sort of move through them, kind of not disturbing them, and he has a look around, and it looks like a broken tower. There's rubble everywhere. There's wood, brick, and stone. There's kind of nothing that would appear to be sort of kind of workable in terms of like an actual tower anymore. If you'd like to roll a perception check using Derek, I think with this, I'm not actually. It doesn't. It says you see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears. So I think you have to use your beast's senses and not yours.
It says you gain the benefits of any special senses possessed by that creature. I'm going to say that's like you're using stats. Like
Yeah, it's basically the same as if like you're using your familiar to look through. I'm pretty sure.
Perception
check, yeah, or investigation, your choice actually.
Okay. What's investigation? No, definitely perception. Natural 18 plus 5. 23.
23.
Not bad, Derek.
As you look through Derek's eyes, and he sort of stops in place and looks over the site. He looks, and then in the center of where the base of the tower was, you see through Derek's eyes this green light. And as it sort of comes into focus and you focus through Derek's vision, it's not really a light. It's actually more of a humanoid shape, but spectral. And as you take a second to kind of readjust and focus, it is a ghost with a green light emanating from his torso. And he's sort of just almost supervising these hands.
I think I would have told Derek if, like, look for anything interesting. If anything happens, if you're in danger or whatever, like, just come back to us.
Mhm.
I know I
You
can't.
do see through Derek's eyes that the ghost does take notice of you.
Notice of
But does-
Derek.
Notice of Derek,
But doesn't do
But
anything about
doesn't.
it.
but doesn't do anything.
Can I insight check from Derek to him?
I mean, I don't see why not, but this is trying to do it through his vision and his hearing only to try and insight, sort of look at. You're
way-
trying to gauge how he looks at Derek through his
Yeah.
vision. All right, go for it. Using his
No, that's his
Just-
wisdom, right? Because
Yeah, that's his
It's
wisdom.
just like you're looking at it. Like that's
Yeah.
the same as any other. Like that's
it's the same. It'd
So
be the
whose
same as
stats?
it's his wisdom check. It's a wisdom check for him.
is it, or is it a wisdom check for
Oh,
Kira?
I don't
Because it's
think-
Kira. It's Kira trying to. It's Kira
Just-
trying to gain insight from the
On what
vision.
she's seen
Yeah,
through
yeah.
his eyes.
Roll a
look,
roll a d20. Add your,
We
add
have
your
the same.
wisdom
We have
modifier.
the same
Either way.
stats. So
Okay,
That makes it easy.
yeah, I was gonna say that's
that's really weird. I've never had that. I've never thought about that before.
I don't want to break the game. Ah,
Okay.
fucking natural 2, Devon.
There's an interesting thing that we're like Kira might know that it's a threat, but Derek might not.
Yeah,
Like so, Kira's like, "Oh shit!" Like he's going to attack, and then Derek's
Yeah.
like, "This is fine."
but
It's 'cause it's
I
a
rolled
badass.
twice. I rolled twice. One for Derek, one for me.
This
Yeah.
is fun.
I freak out.
You are
Derek's like,
This is fun.
or the opposite. You think it's fine, and Derek freaks the fuck out and runs away.
Yeah.
But no,
Being
you
a
cannot
prey.
gauge the intent of the way the ghost looked at Derek.
okay. I'm going to assume if there's nothing else to be seen around the area, that Derek would eventually come back. I guess so that's
Yeah. So after, I suppose, taking some time, for and Derek eventually seeing kind of all of this, he slowly makes his way back over to you and Ayala.
As you transfer your consciousness, you like Ayla's like just prepped right in front of your face. Not in the action of kissing, but like ready. You know, in case something goes wrong.
Have you seen those TikToks of the guy that's always in the elevator?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I come back like
You
Fine, it's
know,
fine.
Ayla's tongue.
you had something on your face. It was me.
Nothing to worry about.
Oh yeah, I'll tell Ayla what I saw. All the hands and the ghost that would have been the green light that we saw. It's because it looks like a tower that's collapsed. I thought maybe if that was one of the towers with one of the clues in it, but it had collapsed, maybe Derek could see some remnants of like draconic or something. I don't know, but
Mhm.
I didn't see much. I saw the ghostly form of a foreman for hands.
I will say that you were able to glean the clothes of this ghost, and it did look mage in nature, rather than sort of like
Roby.
tatters and stuff like that. It looked like he was wearing mage robes that you may have seen through your time in Neverwinter and sort of Luskan, stuff like that.
Well, I think
I mean,
Paul
it
would be interested in exploring this.
may be some projection of someone that's
Hmm.
close-ish by.
They can do that.
While you two are discussing, I'm going to jump back over to Tonk. What would you be doing while Havoc is resting?
Can I? So you were saying that the hole in the obelisk is about the same size as a small dinner plate.
Yeah, so the hole itself, I suppose, sort of taking some time, and I won't make you roll, but like actually looking at this kind of port hole, I guess. I'll get you to roll. I'll get you to roll an investigation check.
Hey, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The hole itself is about the size of a dinner plate, but the actual crevice that is kind of actually where something would be input into the obelisk is more like the closest thing that you can relate this to is the head of your staff.
That was what I was what I was hoping for. Can I put the head of the staff into the hole?
You attempt to place your staff into the port, but it
Okay.
does not fit.
Okay.
The dimensions and the, I suppose, specifications do not match.
I watch you do that, or I would see you do that, and I pull out the staff that I've been carrying with me. The spider staff.
Oh,
I'd like to give that a go.
Sure. I'll say that this won't break your short rest or anything like that because it's not
You
really.
just pass it to me and I'll try it.
It's not
Yeah.
really an action. Oh, sure. It is also does not fit.
Okay.
Okay. Worth a shot. Sit back down. Have we
Good idea.
seen any other staffs?
Haven't, not that I can remember. Looking at like the glyphs and the runes and stuff on the obelisk, are they like rotating in terms of like being a light, or are they just always a light and pulsing, or
They are projections.
they're projections? Okay, they're not actual. But and the necromancer? No, it was just the what did
All of them are projections.
all of them are projections. So what did Havoc touch?
Yeah,
He tried to touch.
Chronomancy.
He tried
And
to touch the chronomancy and the necromancy.
Right.
But there's these little basically arcane crystals which are emitting a light onto the side of the
Sure.
obelisk, which are
Gotcha.
which are what are projecting the arcane symbols.
Okay.
So they're not moving. They're not kind of like a light other than how it's being projected, and they're not sort of like carved into the obelisk or anything like that.
Can I look in the crack? Is there anything in the crack?
Sure. I'll use your investigation check as an overall investigation for this time. The crack is too thin to be able to see into.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't have any more ideas.
Does the crack run over any does the crack intersect any of the runes, or is there like the arcane symbols, are all of them there?
They are like spattered all around this tower, and the crack does kind of hit a few of them, but it's not like it's cracking them like in half, or like it's running through half of them or anything like that. If you would literally take out the I suppose arcane rock or the little magic stone, the projection would disappear. We'll jump back over to Ayla and Kira after sort of reuniting and with Derek and finishing your B sense. What would you like to do?
We'll just head back.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable like investigating any further without the guys.
Sure.
See if maybe they figured out anything at the obelisk.
So I'll say matching up times. It's around by the time that the two of you meet back up with Tonkin and Havoc. It's about an hour, and you can finish your short rest. Havoc, and you meet back up at the base of this obelisk.
Any luck with anything?
No, I've tried putting my staff in the hole. Didn't work.
Thought it was a bit
Told you,
pong-shaped.
Ayala.
We tried the spider stuff too, but it wasn't quite right.
Can we?
But
Dumb character. I can't do that.
What did you guys see? What happened? What was with the supposed green flame that you could see that I don't think is actually there?
you would never be able to guess.
Something there.
How about maybe 200 tiny hands?
Fuck off, idiot.
You're exactly right. How did you know?
No way!
300 tiny feet. No, you idiot.
Moron.
Picture hundreds of decrepit, amputated hands clearing off debris, being supervised by a green ghost. Somewhat.
Hairs on the back of his neck.
I'm picturing it.
Stand
I'm
up.
picturing it. What next?
What
That's
next
not,
is
that's not enough
we-
for you, Havoc?
The ghost turns
We
his head to
left.
the hands.
Oh, that's what you saw. I thought it was
200,
like a
200 hands
metaphor.
walk into a bar. 200 hands walk into a tavern.
I thought you were being metaphorical.
Crawl into a tavern? No, 200 severed, deteriorating, disgusting hands. Brick by brick.
Well, that might be the number 8. That sounds like necromancy.
Well,
I will say, Havoc, you, upon this description of these hands, you do, it does remind you of both necromantic rituals, kind of binding these severed hands and animating them, and in a way of being a servant.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was thinking maybe
Monks.
something similar. I sent Derek down there to investigate to see maybe if that was a tower of interest to us, which is when we saw the kind of projection, ghoulish kind of green flame mage. But then we didn't investigate any further. So
It did resemble another tower, though, at one point.
Wait,
There was a
do I
base
have
of a
green?
tower.
I don't like the sound of this at all.
Like you want to avoid it?
I don't know if we have a
Like, I don't-
choice.
I wanna look.
We don't have any answers here.
Green.
There's obviously something that's meant to go there.
It's blue.
Is there a possibility of me re-rolling like Arcana now that I think that it might be a staff that goes in there? Now that I've got more of an idea of what's going to go in there.
To find out what, sorry.
To think about something more specifically, more like a staff or something that would be able to unlock it. Or like would go into the keyhole.
I would say that you're pretty confident that it is a staff that unlocks this port in the obelisk. You would know that
Okay.
through your investigation with Tonk during that time.
Was there?
Was the-
was the ghost guy holding a staff or anything?
I mean, he looked mage in appearance. I'm assuming he probably has a staff.
Ah, wonderful.
Okay.
Would there be a way for us
200
to
hands.
get an impression of what staff might look like from this keyhole? there mud around, or is there Play-Doh?
As the
or...
arcane users look through their spell book to try and identify a way of doing that.
I know what I want to do, but I can't do it. Fill
I
it
don't
with
have
water
anything.
and freeze it.
I don't have anything.
Or
to do
shape water? Could you hold it? Like put water in there,
I don't.
shape it, and hold it?
I don't have anything like that.
that. No,
Okay. Just a thought.
it's a good thought.
Earth Genasi would come in real handy right now.
Well,
The temptation is like shove my hand in, cast alter self to mold my hand into the key.
Hmm.
how's everybody feeling?
I
Still okay?
felt better.
Did you use some hit die, by the way, for your short
Yeah, I
rest?
used all.
Yeah.
I've got none left. I've used all my
Okay.
hit die.
How do you
Gotcha.
look to see how many you have left?
I've been keeping track on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I did too when I rolled mine, but now for whatever reason,
If I click short rest, it told me how many I had left. So I used 5 the first time, and I've used my last 3.
Yeah, I don't know why mine's reset. Because I definitely used a bunch.
Yeah. I haven't used any, so I've got heaps.
I mean, I'm down a little bit, but I'll be fine. We want to go check this place out.
I'm down to go have a look.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll lead them that way.
The four of you being led over to this broken tower by Ayala and Kira eventually get within sort of 50 feet before, upon being pointed out by Kira, Tonk, and Havoc, you see that the ground is indeed teeming with hundreds of these crawling, severed hands. But again, you can't see this ghost figure that they had described from back here.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we can always ask.
Yeah.
Pretty please.
We asked a tree and it gave us something.
True.
Why wouldn't this thing be friendly? Right. It's the worst that can happen.
I'll just kind of shoot a glance over at Tonk.
Tonk's hand is very firmly gripped around his staff.
The way I like it.
Yeah.
And his
I
other
would
is on
like-
his staff of power, or whatever it's
Yeah. Staff of healing.
called. Do you approach further?
Yeah.
Havoc is. I don't know if anyone's following,
Yeah.
but I'm walking up.
Tonk is too.
You're on.
Ayla's walking in like
I'm a
she's
team
supposed
player.
to be there.
Sure. So you will start to make your way over to closer to the base of this broken tower, and it's weird. It's kind of like having to step in between ants and like cockroaches and stuff like that when you don't really want to step on them or like disturb them. You kind of like have to carefully place your feet before stepping down, but these claws are not interested in you in any sort of way.
Are they avoiding
just,
us? Like, are they pathing around us?
as you take a step and one starts to sort of move towards you, it reroutes and heads on its way. They are accommodating in the way you are walking as much as you are avoiding them. But as you approach the base of the tower and the entrance itself, or where it would look like the entrance may be, you don't see any sort of ghost.
None of us do.
I would say that you're around now, sort of like in this sort of area.
That is the base of the tower.
Yeah, it is.
Can I just
Obviously
do an
with a bit of imagination.
investigation check of the area? Just start looking around and
I'll
poking around, see if I
I'll
see anything.
assist looking for any remnants of things that might be written on too, specifically.
Sure.
Eyes of the Grave.
Eyes of the Grave.
Yep.
Sure.
Fuck.
Natural one.
No, I got with advantage because I was getting helped. Is a 4 and a 5.
Nice.
So
Oof.
that'll be an 11.
Sorry. Havoc and Ayala, as you start to sort of like move some of the rubble, some of these crawling hands actually come over and start to take the rubble that you're moving
No.
away and like start moving it to the other piles that they have created. And it's almost they immediately amalgamate you into the cleanup duty and see you as helping the excavation process.
I'm going to.
And
I'm
it
gonna
is
start.
a weird feeling.
I'm gonna start
Handing
piling
these
bricks
pieces of
up.
rubble to severed hands.
Yeah. I'm gonna start piling bricks up.
Hi ho, hi ho.
Your Eyes of the Grave. It is a deer in headlights. It is. I imagine it's red. That
Yeah, it'd be
these
like a
undead sort of illuminate as. It is blinding. Each one of these severed hands is emitting a red glow to you, and it almost looks like the ground is a red, like glowing fog, basically.
I have 60 feet. If I look around, is there
60 feet,
anything
yeah.
that's above the ground rather than just the hands?
Does
I do
Eyes
this.
of the Grave get through cover?
No, it doesn't.
No, it's only what's visible.
Yeah, as an action, you know the location of any. I know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover, and that isn't protected by divination magic until the end of my next turn.
Okay. I'll get you to roll a perception check with advantage because of your Eyes of the Grave.
19. I think.
19.
Nope. 20. Dirty
20.
20.
What you see,
And a
sort
natural
of
one, so thank you for advantage.
averting your gaze from the glowing red ground, you peek up, and what you do see is that there is a ghost floating above you, but is barely on the verge of visibility, and the only reason that he stands out to you or that you get a ping from it is because of your Eyes of the Grave. And there is an immediate recognition of you see me, but I see you too. With your passive insight.
Do I see that is he holding anything, or I just see the top of his head like a?
You see his whole body. You see his whole body. Yep.
Yeah.
He's not holding anything. But as
You want to come down here and have a chat with us?
As you say that, his spectral form becomes more visible and what would appear to be solid, but obviously still spectral, but more, I suppose, just
Opaque.
visible, opaque, I guess, yeah. And slowly drifts down to you. You see a 6-foot human, pretty aged, probably in his late 50s, early 60s. He's wearing a very fancy kind of collared robe that has very detailed, although you can't exactly see the colors, but it is a detailed robe. And has a very kind of long, wispy mustache. And as he floats down and looks at you, Tonk, and goes, "What can I help you with?"
I'm just wondering what's some sort of cleanup effort here?
Well, yes, my dear servants here help me clean up my tower and find my research and my belongings that I store here.
All from like the back as I'm carrying an armful of bricks to one of the pallets. What does it pay?
What's the?
There is no pay for this work, as they serve their master. They should.
That kind of operation, huh?
Immediately drop the bricks on like 20 of the hands.
Nah, I keep going.
I work hard enough, they start paying me.
What's the go with the obelisk over there? I'll like gesture to the.
And he looks kind of over to where you're pointing and says, "Ah, that was a piece of research. Why are you interested?"
Oh, just real estate opportunity.
I do not think it would make a good home if that is what you're after.
Yeah. The hole on the side of it seems a little small, almost like it's needing some sort of a key. You wouldn't happen to know where that would be, do you?
Well, yes, that would be my staff.
Oh, perfect. What would it take for us to be able to borrow it and shove it in the hole?
May I inquire as to why you would like to do that?
We're looking to complete the 8 rites.
Ah, the arcane rite of the Octad.
Correct.
That was one of my more ingenious steps. Yes. May I inquire as to how many of the steps you have found so far?
This guy.
I love this guy.
I mean, you'd be happy to know that this is our last.
Ah. This is indeed the Tower of Necromancy, as I'm assuming that you would be looking for. Unfortunately, as you can see, the scripture is no longer where it should be. But perhaps I could tell you your last step.
I mean, that would be fantastic.
So, quick question as well. You said Octad, eight steps. That obelisk and this, that makes 9.
Well, the obelisk was meant to be a new piece of magic we were working on.
Yes,
Before.
chronomancy.
Yes, correct. Before, unfortunately, the city was, I suppose, pushed into this dimension.
Oh, so
and
it was
we no
going to be
longer
like,
had control over it.
so it was going to be the arcane rite of the nonad?
Wasn't
The
going to be
non-god.
included within the Octad. It was something separate we were working on.
Cool.
A non-tad.
If there's the possibility of you giving us the wording, perhaps you could clarify one of the ones that we've already gotten. Number 5, I think it was the transmutation.
Yes, one of my
Someone-
favorites.
Yes.
I would
Oh,
be
no, it wasn't
happy
number
to
5.
help.
It was number 8. It was number 8.
Yeah.
It was, yes, step 8. Would be happy to help, but
Please don't have to eat a hand.
I think a little bit of quid pro quo is in order here.
Nightmare's crow, nightmare? Crow's nightmare. Crow?
The quo's already happened, bro. I'm cleaning up your mess.
Quid pro.
Pulls out a gun and shoots all of you.
They do exist in the world. Quickly.
I have a problem. My name is High Mage Cavadix.
You do have a problem.
Hi, Mage Havadix.
I should have named him Tom.
High Mage Havadix.
Cava?
Havadic.
No, it was
Cava.
Cava, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's
so it's
Cava.
Havadic.
Yeah,
Cavadic.
Dix. Cavadix. And this city was once my school. We taught wizards and scholars. This is where we developed the arcane. And unfortunately, due to a experiment gone wrong, we were shunted into this place.
Do I believe him?
Roll an insight check.
Does Derek believe him?
Roll 4d20 and add -6 and then add 2.
10.
You ever heard of
10.
a Professor Von?
Ooh.
The name does sound familiar, but I can't say I've had any interactions before.
Okay.
I believe he was a well-known wizard of transmutation. But I have not spoken or heard of any of his endeavors for many years. As for your insight check, hard to tell.
How long ago did this happen?
We have been stuck here for many years. 100? 200? I'm not sure anymore.
When did you die?
I assume it was during this failed experiment.
Nifty
Again.
backup plan.
Hard to tell. But this city, I would like to see it return to what it once was. But I'm assuming you haven't come here not knowing what lives in that tower.
Is that
Yeah,
the-
that's sort of why we're here.
Is that the experiment?
No, that is something separate. And is something that nothing I nor anything here can do with. The
Is he
arcane
who-
octad was taken advantage of to create that field around the tower. It was never meant to be used for that. It was a proving ceremony for up-and-coming wizards. But that, whatever it is, was cunning enough to take advantage of this city in its time of need. I ask of you, I will give you my staff and the last scripture you require. Take care of him and leave this city with me and allow me to work and restore what it once was.
Do
I mean,
do I know of or have I heard of a city, even through lore and legend, that has just up and gone missing?
good question.
Roll a history check
Can I
for
roll
those
one
that
as
would
well?
like to. Sure.
Yeah, I want
Yours would be at disadvantage.
Read about it in a book.
18.
I've read lots of books.
History. 10.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it can be a straight roll.
Nah, it didn't matter. I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Sorry, what were the results?
18.
Crumb got the
was
most.
Yeah, 10.
18.
I got a.
Haven't heard of anything.
Hmm.
This is something probably not any of you
A long time
Well,
ago.
it was 200 years ago.
Or more.
So
that
it's-
he thinks it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
We don't know the
but
time. is it?
you definitely know someone that might know.
Gondil?
Yeah.
Others?
Yeah.
Elric? Can we call Elric?
Why
I
would
think
Elric know?
I don't think Elric would know.
Not.
I don't think.
But he continues on to say, I must tell you though, I haven't been able to find my staff for many years. I mean, these servants of mine can only do so much, and while we haven't been searching for the whole time, but perhaps I would require your assistance in doing so.
You said the obelisk wasn't a part of the octad, so we'd be able to gain access to the center tower without it. What?
No, so the barrier that guards the main tower, yeah, it needs to be deactivated at the what's it called? At the spire entrance. It is on the other side of the city.
I think we passed it in the lower district. There was a gate with arcane runes and
Near the prison?
Yes, exactly. Upon completing the 8 steps, the shield will drop, allowing you to pass into the archway connecting to the spire, and then it will allow you to pass through the main force field.
so what of the obelisk then?
Yeah, what does inserting the staff do for the obelisk?
The obelisk has nothing to do with the right of the octad.
That's not the
So-
question I asked.
No, it is not, but it is not something that I need to reveal.
But if
That
you're
is
going to give
part
us
of
the
the work
staff,
that we do.
but if you're going to give us the staff anyway, why not tell us?
You would be returning the staff upon completion of this mission.
Oh, so you don't want us to stick it in the obelisk?
No, that is something that I would prefer to do myself.
Insight check.
Sure, roll an insight check.
Definitely
Yeah,
going
actually.
to stick it in the obelisk.
Let's tell him we're not going to do it.
Damn it! 15.
Oh, 7.
I mean, what were you trying to gain insight on?
I want to know, like, if putting it in the if it's nefarious for him to put it in the obelisk. Like, is it gonna? If
We
we
see a
remove this
twinkle in his eye of
yeah,
It-
is
It
there an
seems
air
like
of
he's
mischievousness?
not mischievousness, he's just guarded.
Okay.
are you willing to share about the failed experiment that potentially caused your death and the
Well,
teleportation of the city?
perhaps that story can be shared upon completion of the return of my city.
So I'm guessing that you might have an inkling that your staff is in there, pointing back to the main tower.
No, the staff is under that, and he points towards the rubble.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Ayala, keep working!
An armful of bricks. Ah!
I don't think I have anything I can do to help with it.
And he looks over, and you can see a pile of shovels.
How long
Oh.
have you
Doesn't
been
say
How
anything.
long have you been working on excavating this? Hundreds of years?
I'm a-
Jesus.
I am a ghost. I cannot work on it. My servants are tiny hands. They can move barely a brick at a time. This tower was
Yeah.
hundreds of feet tall, and with its lower levels as well. This is not something that they can achieve in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
This is what our campaign has come to.
Yeah,
Obviously,
Minecraft.
you're not gonna
Farming
make
simulator.
I'm not going to make you role play 10 hours of excavation.
I'm going to roll for it at least.
Yes.
Well, you
Um,
getting
Like,
your way.
do you have any gnome-sized shovels?
no.
Spoons.
Hold on.
I
mean- We're here, and you have everything to gain from us excavating your tower for your staff, right?
I'm sure you have your own reasons to being here as well. I'm sure you have things to gain as well.
Yeah, the only thing we need from you is the scripture. Am I understanding this right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct. And I would be willing to help you
If we find stuff,
if you find the stuff.
give me a shovel. Well, I'll collect one. You can't actually give me one. I'll walk over, grab a shovel.
Yeah, there's not much I can do. These shovels are too big, so I'm just going to be as productive as the hands and stuff.
There's multiple pieces of equipment for excavation. You would be able to
You
find.
can handle one of the fucking wheelbarrows.
You can also cut off one of the handles if you needed to as well.
Do that.
Help the hands.
But I would like someone to roll an investigation check with advantage, spending an hour helping the excavation.
Not me.
Havoc.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Not Havoc.
2 natural ones.
No, it's a 12 in total.
It's a 12 in total.
A 2 and a 6.
You spend an hour slowly excavating and removing debris and rubble. What you do notice is that the amount that had previously been excavated by these crawling claws almost triples in the space that you had been doing, doing the excavation. It almost seems as if they were not really excavating, but merely moving brick from place to place. Not actually doing any
Shifting
sort of
mess.
Yes, they were shifting mess.
My question is, how long have they been there doing nothing? How long? So I can I
75
do an
years.
investigation check? Because I'm curious, how long ago do I think this tower went down?
Oh, good question.
Uh,
Does it look like it went down recently, or does this look like old rubble?
it's hard to tell because there's no real sort of time indicator in this pocket dimension. You've been through different parts of the city where you've seen them be decrepit and falling down, and it's hard to tell sort of if that is something that is hundreds of years of decrepitness, but then you've seen that some of these towers look quite upkept and maintained and look like that they should be something that was built yesterday. This tower kind of being toppled, it's probably not something that you can ascertain to work out how long it's been like this for.
While we're working, can we have a conversation with old Cavadex?
Sure.
Well, 2 questions now. One, a question of, we have been walking around the city and have noticed that there are certain differences in quality of buildings and things being upkept. Asking him if he's aware of, was that the state of most of the buildings when this city was shifted into the pocket dimension, or has he noticed that the time it's been in here has had a toll on some of the buildings?
City was not always like this. prior to us being shunted into this pocket dimension, the city was alive and thriving with many a wizard and scholar and just traveler in general. Unfortunately, whether it be the actual shunting itself or time, all are dead, but the creatures I have created or the denizens that live beyond. I'm not sure if you have seen, but there are many Magian that maintain different towers within the city, and there are some areas that were not able to be upkept due to being unable to create those Magian anymore.
The
Um,
entity in the center tower, was he present before this city was
no,
thrust into this pocket dimension?
he found this place by luck.
And what do you know anything of that entity? What is your knowledge of?
As you ask that question, his face grows quite sour and he looks down to his side and pulls open part of his robes, and you see that basically half of his torso is missing. And says, "This is what he can do, and this is what he did to me."
So that's how you died.
Yes. You fight a demigod, you're probably going to lose. But maybe you're going to have it different.
I'm sorry, a demigod?
Oh, you're not aware.
No, I enlighten maybe.
I do not know much of his past. But the
Oh no.
Wait, I'm back.
I'm back.
Did we all just do that?
That was Discord. Yeah, that was Discord.
Yeah, let's just go. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did I get up to?
You do not know much of his past, but
Oh, I do not know much of his past, but the one encounter I did have with him, he did reveal that he was the son
of Gazgul.
of Gazgul. Oh, so you do know some things.
No, I said, what's your knowledge of him? Not that we didn't have any.
Well, perhaps rather than me say everything, what would you like to know about him, and I will let you know what I know.
You know much about
How did he blow a hole in your chest?
He is a very cunning, and as much as I hate to admit it, skilled being of arcane magic.
Wonderful.
And while his magic is devastating, it is also quite frightening in terms of its power.
Wonderful.
That thing, found this place by pure luck through his followers, of which I'm assuming you know are called the Parliament.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we gleamed that.
Somehow
I'm
I
assuming
doubt
one
it's
of his-
lunch, though.
I'm
What do you know
assuming
about the
one of his-
hags?
Yes, those hags. I believe they took residence in one of my towers.
Mm.
His little coven that worship him have quite a knack for dimension travel and I suppose creating them and being able to gain access to ones that they should not be able to. I'm assuming that is how he was able to access this one.
Interesting. Fascinating.
He made this place his home because it was so hard to find. And he knew that he wouldn't be able to be scried upon, or Daddy wasn't able to look onto what he was doing.
Okay.
Did he say what he was trying to accomplish?
No, I unfortunately lost that battle before I could glean any more information.
On a more functional level, if we are going to fight him, any knowledge of the magic that he possesses would be very helpful. Do you know or remember any of the spells he used so that we might better prepare ourselves?
I fought him many. To be honest, I can't remember, but it was a long time ago. And what I do remember is that his magic was mainly ice nature.
Okay, that's
As
good.
for his weaknesses or, I suppose, vulnerabilities, I am not sure. To be honest, what he did to me happened in a matter of seconds.
Just how powerful on a scale of 1 to 20 were you?
I mean, I was the high mage of this city,
Yeah.
a master of all schools of magic, and I was nothing but a play toy to him.
Okay.
During this conversation, I'll say another hour has passed, and you can roll another investigation check. The DC has gone up since last time with each failed.
Oh, come on, Dale.
You dice. 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The DC was originally 15. It is now 20. So well done. After an hour of excavation and pretty intense labor, you do eventually find it's almost like a large chest, but it is kind of broken and splintered almost entirely. And in the base of this chest, you find the hilt of a staff. And this staff has a octagram. Is it an octagram?
Octagon?
Little octagon? No. What's an octagram? Pretty sure it's an octagram.
Like a pentagram, but
Octagonal.
Yeah, it's an octagram. Yeah, it's like a pentagram, but it has eight points. And it has an octagram metal sphere on the top.
I'm not going to pull it out.
Sure.
Tonk, are you close? Tonk would be close to me, yeah?
You're all in a close area.
I want to try to sneak it into Tonk's bag of holding.
Sure. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Actually, just let me think. I need to do a saving throw first, I think.
Fair enough. Yep.
Okay, I don't do that. I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll look at it and I'll just look at the guys and I'll just point to it. I don't really know what we're thinking of doing as a group, but I know that I think I as a player was more wanted to do it, but I don't think Havoc would.
Fair enough. Cavendix is
I'll-
watching you pretty kind of like overly during
Intently,
those
yeah.
conversations. So I don't. There would be a very small window for any sort of thing to
Shenanigans.
happen.
I want to do
So
it
if-
too, but I don't think it makes sense. Just
If
want to do it.
Yeah.
If nothing happens after a brief moment, yes, my staff, and he kind of drifts over and picks up his staff. He is able to pick up.
So all this time you're able to interact with things you just didn't want to help?
This staff is different, and you see he kind of bends over and his hand whiffs through all of the rubble.
Convenient.
And picks up his staff and says, I thank you for this. This will allow me to make this city what it once was. Now, as for your
You're going to be
scripture,
able to bring it back to the material plane.
I will do what I can.
What happens with the hands now that there's nothing for them to
They will continue to do their work.
Work.
kind of wanted.
Um,
Could you give me the power over them? Could I control them? And bring them with?
that is not something that I can do, and not something I would ever do as well.
I feel like you should give them a sock. Give them their freedom, man.
If I release my spell, they will be nothing more than severed hands laying on the ground. They are
Okay,
an arcane
now-
conjuration.
Okay, that makes more sense. The way that you just worded it made it sound like you cut off the hands of about 100 people.
There is a reason I am a master of all schools of the arcane. Now, would you like this last
Doesn't answer the
scripture or
question.
not?
Yes.
Of course.
And the finish of the 8th.
7th. Trace a circle with the ashes of the dead.
Why the dead? Where's the dead come from? Who
There are
died?
many dead here. Pick a building, honestly, and you will find a skeleton.
Oh, I know where a skeleton is.
As
Oh,
for
there's
your
a s-
missing
And the
word,
jelly.
Yes, what are we devouring?
Consume.
Consuming?
poison.
Fuck. Does anyone have poison?
No.
I'll pull my necklace out and I'll inspect the coin that I plucked from the green dragon's tooth. Is there anything left on the tooth on that coin? Like saliva or anything like that? Remember the green dragon we killed? It was a dragon that breathed freaking poison
It
on
was,
everybody.
yes. Roll a what's the check? It's a
Survival?
I want to say it's like a alchemy
Medicine?
check. Yeah, medicine. Yeah, medicine. Roll a medicine check.
Oh yes, wisdom based. 11.
11. There could be,
Hmm.
there might not be, unsure. But it's a starting point.
You know where any poison is? Or likely to be? Here? It's your city after all.
And he takes a moment and it could be in one of two areas. You could find it in the library,
Never went in there.
or possibly in the prison.
Didn't go in there either.
I do know that they
Okay.
use the prison as also, I suppose, a holding cell for some of our more unwelcomed visitors to this city. And sometimes they used certain methods to find information that they needed to. And as for the library, they used it for various research purposes.
Makes sense.
While I am here, is there any more questions that I can answer for you about this octad?
Can you help us complete it properly?
That I cannot do. It must be done by the people wanting to seek entrance past the
No,
force field.
I more mean like
Interpret it correctly.
guide us.
Be
to
a coach
the
when we're ready to do it.
Yeah.
Very well. I cannot pass through the force field, though. Not in this form.
No, we understand. That's fine. Can I have a look at your staff?
Why?
Curiosity.
Very
You can
well.
hold mine.
And he will hand out his staff.
Probably can't
Can
touch
I
yours.
attune? No, I can't attune to it. Can I investigate it?
Sure.
Eight.
It's a staff.
Staff.
You even sure of that?
No. Okay.
It looks very ornate, but there's no scriptures or anything like that kind of in the staff itself. And other than the octagram kind of sphere on the tip of the staff, it is a fairly plain staff.
Would it take for you to give us this stuff to give us our best opportunity of defeating what's upstairs?
Unfortunately, I cannot give that to you. If you were to die in that tower, I would never be able to gain access to this staff again. And all of this would be for nothing. At least with this staff in my hands, I can try and return this city to what it once was, draw out that creature, and perhaps have a fighting chance. I cannot give you my staff, I am sorry.
Is the force field, is that holding him in there as well as us out? Or could he still come out?
If he needs to leave, he is able to, but he never wants to.
What do you think it would take in order to draw him out?
A miracle?
Hmm.
Ow.
Well, when are you planning on doing your octad?
As soon as we get some poison.
Yeah, I guess.
And some
yeah, we
ashes.
just-
And then maybe a rest
Well,
first.
Yeah.
The prison is closest to the arcane gate
I'll be able to
that
find
will
some-
lead you into the main spire.
be able to
I'm
find
going
some
to assume there's going to be
skeletons there.
there's definitely
Yeah.
going to be some ashes in the prison.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more interested in the library. Maybe Havoc, you could pick up something
We've been in the
powerful,
library.
You haven't been in the
Oh, we
library.
never went into the library. We just walked past
well-
it.
You passed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was the different rooms.
No. So the
It's
library,
near the aviary.
the library is in the red, and the green. The prison is in the red as well.
Yeah. Did go on.
But I don't care. Whatever,
Hags were.
whatever ultimately gets us.
No, the hags are in the Tower of Conjuration.
Okay.
You know, where you summoned the dragon yeti.
Dragon Yeti?
But it was near the library.
Yes, it
5-foot
was.
dragon. 5-foot Yeti dragon.
But we'll figure that out. And will you be here? How do we get a hold of you if we need to get a hold of you?
Shall I wait at the arcane gate?
Yeah, do that.
Yes.
I have nothing but time.
That's
Sounds like a plan,
incredibly
brother.
sad.
Very well. I will wait for you there. And you see he starts to drift off towards that direction.
As
When he's out of earshot, I don't trust him.
I think
Not even a little bit.
I've got no reason not to at the moment. He's guarded his information, but I mean, you have your city taken over and get blown in half. You're bound to be a little bit conceited.
I don't think that this place should be returned to our plane. No matter what happens to us there.
No one said it would be.
I want to speak to Evandu about this place. I wonder if they might know more. Because this place rings no bells for me. But someone of a more learned background might have an idea.
I'm assuming this conversation is happening while you're walking. Where are you walking to?
The prison?
Prison, I thought.
You're heading to the prison? Okay.
The prison. Yeah.
Sorry. Continue.
Could I speak to him now? I can maybe get a rough idea
I mean, you
of how much time has passed since I spoke to him last.
have a stone as well, so you're not really losing anything for trying.
That was what I was going to use the sending stone. I don't have the other thing prepared today, so.
How long do we
Alright.
think it's been since we spoke to him? A day? 2?
2 days. We've taken 2 long rests in here, I think.
Hard to tell.
It
But-
feels weird in here.
I know that the staff is only reset once. Meaning that's one 24-hour cycle.
All right, well,
What
Alright.
clock is your staff set to?
Central time.
Eastern Standard.
Pocket damaging time.
Standard never winter time.
PDT.
EDT.
Is that a +8? Gee.
GMT +8.
Gee. Yeah.
Alright, I'll pull out the sending stone.
Sure.
Which is in my pocket, not in the bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
we learnt. That's good.
That's right. Evandu, we seem to be in a city inside a pocket dimension. What do you know of a city that disappeared 200 plus years ago?
Magic school.
Magic school. That should be.
Roll a d20.
A roll a D100.
It's a sending has a 5% chance to fail if it's cross planes.
Oh, of course.
5%
300.
chance to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5% chance. I mean, you can roll a D20 as well. I guess it'd just be then what, like a 1 to
1.
2, right?
Just a 1.
A 1. Oh yeah. 1.
62.
That's that. I don't know why they've written it like that, but
Yeah. doesn't make any
It's
sense.
Yeah,
it's roll a
62.
d20. If you get a 1, you fail.
Yeah, that makes sense.
62.
Cool.
Maybe 20% is easy to understand on a D-hunt.
Yeah. Alright, so the spell is successful. After a brief pause, you eventually do receive a response. Ivandil says, I'm trying to remember if Avandu is the one that talks slowly or if
The
the one
calm
that talks
one.
fast.
Ivandil's the one that
it's-
talks normally.
Yeah, normally. Yeah,
Bhavan-
Bhavana's the
Bhavan.
fast talking.
Bhavana's the, yeah.
We never spoke to him again.
No, you haven't. He responds with, there is only one city, I believe, that matches that description. It was the college and city of Castau. It was a highly sought after place of arcane, I suppose, schools and the message cuts off.
Because you said highly like 4 times. You highly. Shut up!
Oh, okay.
For a smart person.
He didn't give me much information, but it was seen of very highly. He used the word highly like 4 times.
Seems like a waste of the 25 words.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We just hang out and hope that he casts sending back onto you to tell you
guess so.
more.
Yeah, I guess so. Hopefully he does.
You would know that sending stones only work once per day.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after, I suppose, walking and sending that message to Ivandil, you eventually find your way at the entrance of the prison. This prison is quite a wide entrance to the prison is quite a wide archway that probably sits about 40 foot wide and about 30 foot tall. And as far as you can tell, is the only entrance to this building. Do you head inside?
Yeah, let's do it.
As you head
for
inside,
traps.
roll an investigation check.
Shouldn't be good.
I'm behind.
Someone want to help me check for traps?
Sure, I'll help.
Hey, 19.
19. You are pretty confident there are no traps located here, or in the entrance specifically.
I know I've said this before, but I'm fairly confident there are no traps.
Your passive investigation havoc is 15, right?
I thought of
16.
something that I can do to help with these if we're not confident about going into space. I can send in my echo and see if that triggers anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're not comfortable, let me know and we'll try that out.
I want that.
So you head inside and you are greeted with quite a large, I suppose, area. Would almost kind of appear to be like a courtyard. But surrounding the courtyard is cell after cell after cell all around this large courtyard area. In front of you, you see another smaller entrance, which is dimly lit, but not enough to be able to see sort of further into the entrance or this secondary entrance. Are you heading inside?
Does that seem like a guard area? Does it seem like it's something that's clearly not like imprisonment, like bars, cells? It's the
So
only...
inside this courtyard, you can see that the entire thing is it's 3 floors. Sorry, as well, 3 floors, lined with cell walls, basically. So you can see like the cell bars, separated by like concrete, I suppose, concrete walls. And obviously, you've also got balconies, like railed balconies, surrounding the 3 levels with stairs that lead kind of in between each of them and up from the ground floor up as well. So you can kind of look into a prison by moving up one of those stairs or just moving to like the bottom floor edge, or you can head further into the prison through this secondary entrance.
Yeah, let's go in the secondary entrance. Does anybody else have any ideas?
Sounds good to me.
Sure. You head through this kind of smaller tunnel, and eventually leads into what would appear to be a maze of kind. You see a path leading to your left and to your right, and one ahead of you. There's no signs or anything like that to sort of dictate where to go. But Kira, you do hear a slight metal clanging to your right as you are in at the end of this tunnel.
Suppose we'll investigate that. I'll just start walking towards it.
Sure. So taking a right and heading towards that clanging noise, you pass numerous cells with many skeletons in all of them. Sometimes there's 1, 2, 5, and some look like they've been storing locations for bodies or skeletons.
Has this been magically lit like the rest of the city has?
Yes, yeah.
Do we need
After-
to collect bones to burn through the, dare I say, night through our rest to make some ashes or something for this?
I think we might have to.
I would know how that would work, wouldn't I? Being a grave cleric.
Knowing what, sorry?
Like in
How to
terms
make
of the
ashes.
best way to make ashes.
It's just firing down bodies if you'd like trying to. Well, ashes, to be honest, ashes don't have to be bodies. Ashes can just be burnt objects.
But it said
No, but
You-
They said
we're
the dead,
using
though.
it's of
Ashes.
the
Is that what it
dead,
says?
so
Ashes of the
yeah.
dead.
Yeah,
Ashes of the
trace
dead.
the circle. Trace
Then
the
yes.
circle with the ashes of the dead.
Apologies, sorry. Yes. Yes, it is just burnt down. Cremated bodies
So
or
we're going to
skeletons.
create a fire and then burn these bodies.
Stick some bones in it and take a rest, come
Yeah.
back out, there'll be ashes. Alright, let's get in one of these cells to grab a couple of bones.
Yeah.
All of the cells are locked.
Sick.
I have a lockpick. Can you pick one?
Give it a go.
Go for it.
Sure. Is it
Roll
a...
a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. Nope. Natural 1.
Snap.
She
Shit.
still breaks.
It's been so long since I've done this.
Well, all right. I'll cast knock on one of the locks.
And in but an instant, the cell door squeaks open.
Probably could have just looked for a key first. Look back,
But
is there one just
easy
hanging
enough
on the wall?
to
It's right behind
easy
us.
enough to just gather up some of these bones from one of these skeletons, and can add that to your
Wait, dude.
to
We
do
didn't...
this for later.
we didn't keep the hand that we took from the elven hand from the spot that we got the bow, did we? No, I think I put it back. Anyways.
You follow on, I suppose, listening for this clanging. But as
I
you
have the
reach
large white moose antlers. That thing's dead. Burn the antlers. Like ashes. No, one of them is our inn.
At a certain point,
You're valuable.
you hear the clanging stop. You're sort of in this spot of in between, I suppose, guard posts and prison cells when you just hear the clanging stop. Probably
What
been about
direction?
10 minutes since you started walking towards it.
Can we continue to walk towards where we heard it last?
So you keep continuing on the way that you were traveling.
I want to be
and
checking each of the cells. I mean, casually,
Sure.
I guess. Just like looking in each of them, seeing if I see anyone.
Every
or
cell you
anything.
pass,
Vials, potions.
it ranges between nothing, a couple of skeletons, to many skeletons. There's nothing necessarily of interest beyond that. But after another 10 minutes of investigating and wandering through the prison, you come to what appears to be an infirmary of sorts. You see that there is one single operating table in the middle of the room. You see that some leather straps are strewn over the table. And that the way that those straps are located, they are floating in the air. As if something was strapped to the table, but invisible.
Oh, so not fallen flat. It's like there's form to it.
Eyes of the grave.
Nothing.
Like
Do a little bit better, I guess.
Slowly walk towards it.
prod where there would be a body if there was one, but invisible.
There is resistance.
Is there a sound?
No sound.
Is this just an invisible corpse?
They're
Are
breathing.
you prodding with your finger, like just a finger? Is that what
It's
you're
like,
doing?
no,
Sorry.
no. I'm like poking it with like the staff or like the point of my. No, I wouldn't use the point of my sword. That's too aggressive. Use the staff I've got just to like prod.
So as you prod, it's there's pushback, but not like solidness, as to say like a bone.
Oh, so it's like pushing through something, but it's
No. It, like you were pushing on.
It's like body. It's soft.
right.
It's not hard.
Correct.
Hark, who goes there?
Hello.
Must have been the wind.
Is there
No
any
response.
water or anything around?
No,
I'd have some water.
there wouldn't
I'd have my water on me, like drinking.
Mhm.
Canteen.
I'd like to pour a bit over where the head would be.
You see the water run down the side of sort of what would appear to be a face. Oh, wait, you said just the side, right? Or did you say the face? I can't remember what you said.
On where the
Where a head would be.
the head.
Where the head would be. Then yes. It runs down to like.
Hold on.
It gives you a very brief moment of an outline of a face.
Hold on. Let me put the towel on it first.
Yeah.
Waterboard.
Oh my god. Well, clearly there's someone here.
Right.
Dicks.
Can I do a pulse, like a pulse check?
Medicine check.
Sure.
Invisible.
You sort of feel around this body to try and find where you'd be able to find a pulse. I'm not going to make you roll a medicine check. You can't find a pulse.
Okay.
Does it feel cold? Can you feel a
That's a
temperature?
good
Like a
point. Yeah, like, does the body feel cold?
Doesn't feel cold.
does it feel anything?
No, it feels warm.
Can I do an
Uh,
arcana check to like try to figure
Sure.
out what I think the fuck's going on?
Sure.
15.
There is a spell that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I believe it is in the
False life.
school of
Feign death.
No, it is in the school of transmutation called sequester.
Sequester. Do you mind if I look this spell up? Because obviously Havoc knows what
I'll read it
sequester
out
is.
to you.
Thanks.
By the means of this spell, a willing creature or object can be hidden away, safe from detection for the duration. When you cast a spell and touch the target, it becomes invisible and can't be detected by divination or perceived through scrying senses created by divination. If the target is a creature, it falls into a state of suspended animation. Time ceases to flow as it doesn't grow older.
I are you going to tell us that, Havoc?
Yes. Does anyone have a way to dispel magic?
I do.
I don't have it ready.
Dispel magic.
As this creature kind of as the spell fades and it takes a massive deep breath in, what you see kind of slowly render into visibility is a thin middle-aged man with a sallow complexion. You see one blue eye and one green eye and a streak of silver in his kind of long jet black hair. And as he takes a moment to sort of get his bearings, you see him start to try and slip out of his binds unsuccessfully. And he starts to try and wriggle out of the strapping that's kind of sits over the top of him.
Whoa, buddy. You're just gonna hurt yourself. Just
Where am I?
Honk, what was the name of the place?
It didn't tell me a name. It just said that it was a.
Yeah, it's with a C.
Castell.
Oh,
Yes,
there.
You got told a name.
Castow.
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 Oh.
Castell.
You're in a prison in Castell.
I'm still here.
How long have you been here?
What year do you think it is?
Who's the president?
800 FC, I believe. I think the last
What
time.
year do we know it is?
1400, sorry.
Oh.
600.
Really how to break this?
Roll
You've
this
been
fuck, dude.
sequestered for 600 years?
Will you take these straps off me, please?
What did you do to get into them?
I stole something that I shouldn't have.
Is he clothed?
Yep.
Okay.
What's his guard?
Not armed.
What's his get up?
Honestly, pretty regular clothes. It doesn't appear to be mage in nature or kind of armored in any sort of way. Pretty standard commoner clothes.
What'd you steal?
Who are you? Why do you need to know?
Well, you're in a prison that's typically reserved for criminals, and you're asking to be let out. I want to make sure you're not gonna, hurt me or my friends.
Especially
Let
when you
me out
find
and I won't
out.
hurt you.
I mean,
I
you
tried
don't
to
hurt
steal
me if you're
something.
there either.
I tried to steal something from the High Mage. Unfortunately, I was caught.
His
Cavadix!
Oh, you know of him.
Were you a student here?
We've met.
Hey, if you don't like him,
Oh.
I got some good news for you.
And he looks. No, I was not a student here. I was merely a traveler. But
Oh, you've travelled.
I do think 600 years.
there's so many
Probably
one-liners
enough.
that he's getting so confused as to like all of these open entities. Like what? What? What?
I do. Okay. Look, I do think that 600 years you've probably served your sentence no matter what.
600 years.
Oh,
I
Well,
did say that
yeah.
before.
yeah. It's around 1400
Even yeah,
and
even
23.
if we let you out, I don't have good news, homie. Like
You can't
This place
exactly
is
tell
in-
you
anywhere.
can't.
This place is in a pocket dimension. We're all kind of
Yeah.
stuck.
What's your
You
specialty?
see the color start to drop in his face as he sort of
Yeah.
kind of.
While that happens, and he's just like in shock, I'll just undo his bindings.
Yeah, he doesn't really kind of almost take notice, but eventually starts to sit up and.
Everyone you know.
Everyone
dead.
I know is dead.
Well, not everyone. Did you have
No,
any
we are
elves that were
alive. You
friends?
know us now.
Elves can live that long. That's,
I didn't know any elves.
Is he
Oh, well,
human?
yep,
Is
and
he?
they're probably all gone.
Yeah, he's human.
He's human. Okay.
Good question. So you said you were passing through. In this city is obviously, like we mentioned, has been misplaced or displaced, whatever.
Displaced.
Where was this at? In your time, do you know of any other cities that were close to where this would have been?
Give me one moment.
Like Neverwinter or Baldur's
600 year
Gate?
calibration.
Baldur's Gate.
I mean, that is part of this world, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It makes actually it would be too.
Yeah, we've found
Never
things
Yes.
about to talk about the Sword Coast.
We're on the
Castal
Sword
was.
Coast.
You're
I
on
know.
the Sword Coast. Yeah.
We were at least, not anymore. But
I've seen stuff in Baldur's Gate that talk about Sword Coast.
Castal was near a place called Guthmere. I believe it was. I suppose I don't know anymore whether that's still the case after 600 years, but it was far to the east.
Hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell for me.
You would have heard of Guthmere.
Oh, really?
No, you wouldn't have. No, Kira, you would have. Sorry.
Yeah,
Where are you? You're
Mythdrana.
yeah, Mithdrana. I'm trying to find on the map.
South
Just like
Tonk have
east,
heard
yeah.
of Gulthmere?
How old is Tonk?
60.
You probably would have heard of Guthmere. You know it as being a kind of forested area of the southeast of the Sword Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like it's relatively close
In the same
to
general
Mythdrana.
direction, yeah.
Yes, it's actually pretty close to Mithdrana.
So this city used to be close to Mythdrana.
As far as I'm aware, that's where I travelled through to get here, or to get what was there.
That's where I was raised. Crazy.
Do you know of any
Whoa.
Is there like a lake now? Is there like a missing section of a mountain? I mean, what? How does the city
I do
just go
not know.
missing?
I mean, you tell me. Last thing I knew, I was traveling into the city on a job, and next thing I know, I'm strapped to a table 600 years in the future in a pocket dimension.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Yeah, that's about right.
You
What
can
were
you
see
trying to
he's
steal?
actually starting to gesture towards the exit.
I kind of feel bad for this guy.
I mean, yeah, I feel bad for him too, but he's kind of got nowhere to go.
So he was also a criminal, so like,
Yeah, I mean, we've all done things that are shady.
have we?
Some of us
If
have.
He's-
you- when
As
you
you're
live
having this
long enough,
conversation,
Havoc.
he's taking more steps towards the door.
Just hold up before you run off and decide that you're going to jump off the edge of this, whatever it is. We are here. We may be the only ones that can help you. So if you just go running around like a headless chook, it might not go so well.
So far, the
A lot
only
of things here
other
that probably want to kill you.
and the only other person here, and they're a ghost that you could hang out with. Wandering around probably isn't going to be the best idea for you.
Then
What
what
was
do you
the-
suggest I do?
Well, what are your skills? You seem to be someone who was trusted with a sleight of hand job.
To be clear, that wasn't the job I was sent here to do. I was merely a
Sleight
messenger.
of hand job.
I was sent here to bring a message, and I
Fucking
wanted to. I saw something that I liked, and I tried to take it.
What was that?
Again, what
it that
was
you
this
liked?
thing you
Yeah,
liked?
what was it that you liked? Like a
Did
loaf
you
of bread?
tried to, his wife? Like,
No, it was a necklace, I believe. I think yes, it was a necklace.
that's less interesting.
Just for its
What was
gold,
the message that you
value?
went to deliver?
I don't remember. It was 600 years ago.
But
Not
you've
for
been
you,
in
though. For
stasis.
you, it
He's
was
been
like
in stasis for the last. He would
I
remember.
still don't remember.
Didn't write this in.
Clearly, it wasn't that important.
all right. Well, look, just you may want to hang around in the prison until we
Are you any good with a sword or
destroy
a
the
bow?
demigod that stays here.
No, and he runs away. After he'd like fully gotten to the door after questioning, like he was backing up the entire time, and then just he's run.
Where are you going to? Okay. I
Find
mean,
his corpse somewhere.
yeah.
Use him as the ashes.
It's unfortunate. Like, that's an unfortunate situation. You know, you fall asleep. 600 years later, you wake up in a place that's not where it was before.
You guys
I
see
mean,
it?
I think I can relate. You go down for a nap and then you wake up and you're like, oh, it's
You think it's like 7 a.m., but it's actually like 7 p.m. You got to get ready for
Yeah,
school. Like it's
oh,
all
really?
yeah.
I've never actually slept a day in my life.
Yeah.
Everyone at least understands.
Did you guys?
I just want to take a moment. What do you mean we've all done something shady?
Brother,
Oh,
I mean, I've killed bad people.
we've killed neutral people. You don't remember slaying guards at a passing post that?
Okay, they were not guards, they were bandits. We found out in hindsight, but that's not the point. They were bad.
Okay. Whatever you need to justify it.
I shot arrows at teen children.
I
um,
decapitated smugglers' heads and set them up as a threat.
You live long enough, you experience some stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna have a look around for some poison. We're in an infirmary. Maybe there's something.
You, I hope,
Roll an investigation check.
with advantage.
Havoc's
I
just
want
going to
to.
sit down and contemplate life.
Life. Oh, life. That is a natural 1, but then also 15.
15. After a brief search, you are able to find a small vial of what appears to be poison.
Cool.
Wonderful. So I guess now we rest and do what we need to do.
Tonka's left.
Let's go and find everyone and
Yeah,
wait.
I'm not cool with that. Where did Tonk go?
Where's
Turn her back on.
After
Turn her back on a toddler for a second.
yeah, after that person sort of ran out of the room, and the rest of you started, I suppose, or two of you started to look for the vial. In that moment, Tonk sort of disappeared and followed out the same direction.
Right. Well, look, we've got what we need. Maybe we'll see Tonk on the way out.
Yeah, let's go.
yes?
Now that Tonk is missing, I'm very anxious. So, hustling out.
Tonk, roll me a d20.
10.
10. Okay.
10.
Tonk's the new
You
Azoth. I knew it.
you follow after that person and try to catch up to him, but his movement appears to be faster than yours. And he had a
Okay.
brief head start on you. And unfortunately, you're not able to. You don't think that you're able to catch up to him. What's your passive perception?
15.
15. Okay. Are you going to spend more time searching the prison for him?
Yeah.
Or are you going to give up after a certain
No.
period of time?
No, I want to find him.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check. This will be your investigation over a period of an hour to start off with.
Three.
3.
Hmm.
I'll say after Tonk left, it took you about an hour to find him in sort of a determined state of investigation, kind of looking through prison cells and rooms and guard posts, trying to find something.
Tonk, we found the poison. We've got
Nice.
everything.
Good job.
Uh,
There was something
okay?
not right about that guy. No, I'm fine, but there's something not quite right about that guy. And
What was I was going to bring up? I noticed something about him that was very interesting, and I don't know what it means. I don't think I've ever seen someone with 2 different colored eyes. Do you know what that means? Does anyone know what that means?
I don't know what that means. What do I know what that means? No.
Just seemed odd to me. I don't.
what's odd is that someone was
Monochromism.
put into a lifeless stasis for attempting to steal a necklace.
Yeah,
mean, that-
something.
No, what's
Yeah.
stranger is that you have to be willing.
What, for that
Sequester
spell?
requires you to be willing to go into that stasis. He knew he was going into it.
I read out the
What?
spell to all of you.
I didn't know he was
have-
willing.
I just clicked with that. Oh my god.
We need to find him now.
Can you? Is that something you can cast on yourself if you can?
He wouldn't have been able to tie himself down. Unless he'd cast it on himself, they'd found him and tied him down? Who the frick is that?
I could hear something, hear sounds in the prison as we were searching for things. If that were him, and he just hid himself and cast it, saying now.
Would he have tied himself up? Anyway, we need to look now.
We need to find him now.
Sure.
So you're all doing an investigation check to try and locate this person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please
So
guide me.
Yeah, I'll say
Guidance.
one of you roll investigation with advantage through assistance
And a D4.
and a d4.
I won't roll.
Am I? Is there
28.
any way?
Oh!
28. All right. I'll say you can also roll a perception check if you want to as well. Is that what you were going to say, Kira? Sorry.
I was going to say, is there any way to kind of survival tracking ish? I don't know. Like,
Oh. I like it.
I know it's not my usual.
I'll say you can roll a survival check to see if you can also track him. So I'll say Ayala was giving
Havoc assistance.
Havoc assistance and Tonk was providing the guidance.
Yeah.
Even
And
though
I'm
it's only
looking
an
for certain
instant.
Well, I'll
tracks. Or...
Provide assistance to. Can I provide assistance to?
Well, guidance lasts till.
You already did the guidance, so
Oh, I did a guide. Yeah, fair enough.
I rolled a fucking natural 2.
Oof.
You can't find him, but you do find what appears to be his clothes. They match what he was wearing. And you also find what appears to be skin.
Gross, man.
Changeling.
Some kind of shapeshifter, doppelganger, mimic.
But beyond that, you search for an hour, 2. Can't find him.
I have a strange feeling we're going to see him again, and we're going to kick ourselves that we didn't know more about him.
So mad that I missed that.
Well, we got what we needed. Unless we wanted to look for something else here, and maybe coincidentally find them as well. But
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's best that we rest and continue with our objective. He can't make it through that area. The barrier's still up. He can't be in there.
yeah.
However, we could go speak to
Cavendish.
Yeah.
Cavadix and see if he
Cavadix.
knows anything about him.
Yeah.
I would want to maybe rest close to the gate, anyways, right?
Agreed. Yeah,
Mhm.
agreed. Yeah, agreed.
Let's go and have that rest. I'll
Yep.
set up a hut, and you guys can have a chat with Cavadix about who that
I'll,
might have been.
I'll collect some bones.
You'd already
We
collected
guess
those
so.
We
earlier.
already
Oh,
we already got
yeah,
bones. That's why
okay,
that's
never
why I
mind.
used knock on a cell.
Ah, right. Okay, never mind then.
So you all head out of the prison. Fortunately, the arcane gate is quite close to the entrance of the prison. So it's only a brief walk from there to where Cavadix is sort of hanging around, and you walk up to the area which you had previously been, where those arcane symbols were, and indeed you do find Cavadix mostly just waiting there. He does not need to sleep or rest or do anything like that. So he's literally just kind of floating in place. But he sees you approaching and says, I assume you were successful in finding your poison?
What's your poison? Yes. We found some poison in the infirmary of the prison, but that's it's not all we found in the prison, actually. Anyone want to take this one?
Who?
I'm
who
casting Lilymouth's Tiny Hut. This is on you.
Oh,
Yeah, we found a guy that says that he tried to steal something from you. Tried to steal a necklace. You remember anything like that?
Do something from me.
he says potentially 600 years ago. He believed it to be 800 FC.
Yes. I mean, it could be. I do not know how long, to be
He had
honest.
2 different colored eyes.
Dark hair.
Two
and
different
he-
colored eyes. Yes, there was. We did have a teacher that worked here for a period of time.
Fine little bitch.
He was imprisoned. We found out that he was studying arcane arts and devious things that he should not have been. So we imprisoned him for what I assume was the death penalty, or going to be.
For studying things?
I do apologize. I'm trying to remember, but as best I can remember is he was working on the transformation of students to something else.
Well, we found his skin and a change of and some clothes that he had shed.
Change his skin.
So he might have completed his transformation stuff.
Can I ask, what did he look like?
Middle-aged man, jet black hair
Yeah.
with a streak of silver through it. He just
Like
had
long
common
hair.
clothes on.
Like we said, multicolored eyes.
Green and blue eye.
Yes, he had a green and blue eye when I knew him. His name was Xenophon.
Yeah, we didn't get his name.
Wait,
I thought he said Tom Riddle.
As for the way he looked, that sounds different. He was a much older man with
Hmm.
he definitely did not have hair, and
We didn't see hair with all that skin.
no, he didn't.
Okay.
But yes, it sounds like a different person, but the two colored eyes and suppose the situation in which you found him, it does sound like him. And
He
fact that-
described
the
himself
fact that
to
he
be.
was still alive, I can't see that
He
being
was under
possible.
he was under the spell of sequester.
Well, that would definitely allow him to live this long if he was in a suspended animation state. As for how he were to become in that state, I am not sure. As far as I was aware, I guess he could have cast it on himself, but I didn't think that was he was able to cast that sort of magic.
Do you have someone he hung out with a lot? An accomplice?
I am sorry, I cannot answer that question. I did not know much of his personal life.
I suppose if there's going to be any person who would cast a spell like that, it would be in a city of wizards.
Oh, I believe so.
If we wanted to investigate more, could you take us to where he might have lived while he was here?
I'm sorry, but that place is now destroyed.
But he
It
may,
is the section. It is the section of the city that no longer exists.
but he may not know that, right? So he may still try to return there.
Possibly. I mean, if you would like to, we can head down that way. But I mean, how did he get away? I'm.
He just walked away from us.
Havoc.
Oh.
Let him out.
We
He was bound, and we're a very forgiving group. We always talk first. Everyone
He
knows
had
about us.
served
every
600 years.
Every single time we talk first, yes.
Right?
Perhaps you should think about some other things then.
Okay. Reserve your judgment, old man. Do we want to go? Do we want to go over there? I'm.
Person that lost half their torso.
let's not get snappy now.
I'm
Snappy
very-
with
Yeah,
me.
person who's died during this campaign. You
Okay.
should-
Once, one of them retired.
An emotional death.
Do we let it go, or do we need? I think time is pretty important here.
I guess
If-
my
I think we
question
let
is:
it go.
was he put in jail for doing stuff with Strixnor?
No, that was far beyond. We were shunted into the pocket dimension.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, in that case, then he's just
So
as
he-
stuck here as we are, and
He has no, there's no reason for him to be alive other than he has been
unless he
suspended.
lied about being suspended for that long, right? Just did that to
But then how would he
himself.
survive?
But none of this changes the
Doesn't
fact
matter,
that we have
yeah.
our goal, and that is what's important.
that's right. Yeah. Agreed.
He
I think
can't.
we
He
wrap
just
it.
can't. He
nothing.
can't be a bigger threat than a demigod.
I mean,
If
it's
he is, we'll deal with him then.
was gonna
but
say,
we must deal with this first.
at worst he complicates this. At best, he's
Yeah.
just another random dude wandering around the city.
Or he has a
Yeah.
spell to leave himself. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's not our business. He's not our problem.
Cavadix, now that you have your staff, are you able to say you were to come across him? Were you able to do anything?
If I can find him, I will take care of him
How good are you?
as
at 200
best I
hands?
can. Now that I have my staff, I do not need my hands.
Okay.
They were used. They're kind of cool, man. I mean, don't just throw them to the side.
I
They
don't know why
are
they give me the heebie-jeebies.
useful in
Heebie-jeebies and the
certain
wibbly-wobblies.
situations. In that situation, I do not think that they would be very useful.
All right. Well, let's rest it up before we
Very well.
head on
Well,
up into the tower.
I'll start a little fire, chuck the bones on it before we.
So,
Is the smoke
as
leaving the dome?
the hut, I'm going to say no. I don't know, but I'm going to say no.
We're hotboxing ourselves with freaking dead bodies. Fucking
I'm gonna say
nasty.
no. But Havoc finishes casting his ritual spell, and you'll make your way into the hut and start to begin your long rest. Is there anything you'd like to do before you complete your long rest?
Just go through all the. I mean, we would go through all the steps and just make sure we're prepared, right? Like we make sure
Good
that
point.
we didn't miss something, that we're not.
We'd go
Like,
through that with
oh,
cavity.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
Oh no, that thing. We needed that thing too, right? Like we would just make sure that we.
We need the wand. We need
prepared.
an ability to make fire. We
Ability to
need
make ice.
poison. We need the ability to make ice.
Ashes of the dead.
Who's got ice?
Are you sure? Tom?
Actually, I can.
You can create water, can't you? But you can't control it. freeze it. Create doesn't.
This would give you a
Yeah.
chance to prepare spells as well, obviously.
Yeah, or get them ready for the next day
Well,
to know what we'll need.
Spirit Shroud.
It does cold damage, but not ice. It's not ice.
Hmm.
I can't even. I can. I can't hold. I can hold fire in the sense of like holding something that's on fire. I assume that will be enough.
Don't think I have any ice related stuff.
Are you having this conversation in the hut? Or are you having it outside so that Cavadix can hear?
Probably with
Well, he was-
Cavadix because he
He
might
was
be able
going
to
to guide
help.
us through. Yeah,
He can't.
we'd be-
Unless you allow him to enter the hut, he can't
Yeah.
enter. So you allow him to enter the hut.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So if he is included in the conversation, he will say, "I have a way to create ice if you do need."
Wonderful.
Good.
So ice, poison, fire. We can use a tinderbox. That's fine. I've got the wand still.
got secrets to
That's
share.
Yes.
Well, I can cast Zone of Truth for coaxing a secret from another.
Perhaps we should go through them step by step to make sure we have each one covered.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do that.
Step 1.
Hold a wand crafted from the nether oak over your heart. You had the nether
Wand.
wand created.
Heart.
Fantastic. Summon a flame in your palm.
Summon.
And he will kind of do the same thing as what you're doing in holding a firebolt spell.
Oh, okay. I can hold I'll hold a fireball spell. I can do that.
Speak a secret about yourself aloud. That I cannot help with.
That's
But I'm
fine.
assuming you something do.
We all have to
Yeah.
do this, right? We can't just one person do it and let the thing down. We all have to do this.
All that step within the arcane gate are valid within the octad.
Okay.
So as long as we're all there while we're doing it, we're fine. One person has to do the right. Okay. I can share a secret. That's fine. Pretty
Compel
sure I got one.
another to share a secret with you. Again, another I cannot help with.
All right. I'll ask one of you to tell me a secret.
Yeah.
Quench the flame in ice. This I can help with.
Wonderful. I'll need you to put out my firebolt spell.
Mask your appearance.
Oh,
I can change the way I look.
And I have a mask.
I mean, we'll try
Draw-
that first so I don't waste a spell, but if that doesn't work, I have a spell.
Draw a circle on the ground using the ashes of a corpse.
We're currently making some ashes right now.
Working on that now.
And lastly, stand inside the circle and consume the poison.
I hate the sound of that, but okay.
I can help with that. I can help with that.
Wonderful. I think... Depending on how bad the poison is, I can cover myself as well.
Okay.
I still have a potion of vitality.
Maybe we should investigate this poison and kind of see how strong it might be.
I would like to
If
do
I don't have
identify.
to take-
I would like to cast identify on
And I
the
mean, just like drink
poison.
something down on it.
Sure. It is a basic vat of poison. It does
Instead.
2d4 damage.
Easy.
That's fine.
So
I think that's everything
either-
then.
It sounds like you have the capabilities to complete all 8 steps. You would have done well here. And he's looking at you, Havoc.
Oh,
Well,
That's
if there's nothing else you need, I will
I'm gonna
wait
roll on
outside.
that.
And he kind of ventures outside the hut. And you see him kind of disappear from like outside of view. Is there anything else you'd like to do? No?
I think that's all.
So you all turn in for a pretty nervous rest, knowing what's about to approach. And after finally falling asleep, you all have a long rest. And you also level up to level 9.
Woo!
And we will pick up next week.
Oh.
Sorry,
Oh.
tomorrow. We pick up tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Force of habit. Force of habit.
Literally.
Let's go.
Not even 24 hours from now, we shall pick up.
You have
Wow.
24 hours to pick your, or not even 24 hours. You have time to pick your level up choices.
I think I might multi-class.
I needed the multi-class last level if